Oh, and we're here and we're doing it, Eddie. Let's see if we can start off better than we did last week because that was a nightmare and a half. And also the week before that. No, the week before that we didn't do anything. Whatever, who cares? Hi, hello. Hang on, I got some dust up here. Ooh, shift. Off to a good start. Let's start over. Hello, welcome to our painting party. With Eddie and I. Eddie, say hello. That's enough. That's perfect. That's enough talking for you for the rest of the night. This is our stream. This is where we do things. We hang out. Eddie paints. I sit here and I watch. I make fun of him. He's one of my best friends, and I love him dearly, so I'm allowed to make fun of him because I think that's the rules of friendship. Anyway, well, I mean, you don't really have a say in this. So, we're gonna paint some stuff. But first, I want to do a quick shout out. We have a couple sponsors that make this possible for us to exist in this world. Not entirely. I think that's just hard work and dedication that makes this possible. But sponsors help, and so do friends, and we help each other when we can. But the first one I want to shout out is Band of Badgers because, if I'm not mistaken, next weekend when we play Dungeons and Dragons, Dave, the founder, the leader, the dungeon master extraordinaire of Band of Badgers, will be joining us here. I don't know if we're playing Dungeons and Dragons or if we're just chatting, but he will be with us in attendance next Sunday, the 19th of September. But they are a online, as of right now, streaming group. They play on Twitch, on YouTube. They have a ton of different games. They invite a bunch of different content creators. A year ago, thanks to Time Hop, I played my first session with them as my hairless tabaxi Zambanala, who joined the Badgers for their adventures. And I've been talking to Dave ever since, and he's a great human being that exists on this world, and I'm very thankful for him. Not just for Badgers, but for Session Zero as well, which I will get to in a moment. But first, I want to talk about the Initiative Order. They're another streaming group that does a bunch of different games online. They host a bunch of community stuff. One of our friends here, Anthony Bucci, he's in our chat basically every single week. I don't know if he's here yet, but he joined the Initiative Order this past week. He texted me about it. He's like, "Hey man, I'm thinking about joining TIO. Do you have any advice for me?" And I was like, "Just talk to them. They're great. They're awesome human beings." And he did, and I think he's going to be playing with them soon, doing something. I haven't talked to him about it, but if he jumps in tonight, we'll ask him about it. We'll see how that goes. And last but most certainly the least, Session Zero is a Dungeons and Dragons inspired clothing company that I own, I run, I operate entirely by myself, with the love and support of friends like Eddie, who keep it alive. Because without him, I am nothing. I got some fun stuff coming up. I'm gonna go ahead and say since to our one viewer, which I'm sure is just me. September 20th. Well, that's cool. I'm glad. September 20th, I'm going to be releasing a new shirt. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but September 20th. Be prepared for it. I'm going to try to do some. Right now, I'm doing some artist promotion. I want to get some spotlight on the people that I've worked with over the past couple of years. And then after that, I'm going to start building some anticipation for the 20th. And then after that, got some more surprises for early to mid-October that we just talked to our fearless leader Dylan about just before jumping on here. I'm very, very excited. A lot of cool things coming out, and I hope everyone gives a shit. Anyway, moving beyond that, now that that's over with, Edward, what are we doing? Who are we painting? What colors are we using? How many paintbrushes? Will your shirt stay on? Oh, hang on. My audio's not coming through for you apparently. Bucci is here. Thanks, Booch. Why do we not have audio? What did I do wrong? I don't know. Hang on. I can hear you fine, but we can't hear you on stream. What did I do wrong? This is probably my own fault. Is it? Well, guess what, guys? I don't know how to fix this, so he's gonna stay muted the whole time. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I want to change my audio here. Oh no. I muted you for myself. What did I do here?
Let's see if I can do anything about it. Oh, well,
I think I got you.
Oh,
I think I got you. I see the bar moving. See the bar moving. Can you hear Booch? Can you hear him? Let's see. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh. I don't know. Should I say something really stupid? Just in case?
No, please, for the love of Christ, don't say anything. Just stay muted.
I was looking for the thing.
I think you're good. I see the volume bar bouncing around.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think Booch bailed on you because you weren't talking to him directly. So
what?
I think we're good. Let's just go with it. Let's just get crazy with it.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, I guess I'm painting this orc on a dire wolf, and he's got a little banner, which is nice and fun. And it's one of the first miniatures I got when I first got into mini painting, and I've been like kind of putting it in the backlog. So I'm really, really excited to paint him today. And I hope all that went through the second time I said it.
Me too, because I don't want to hear it a third time.
Well, you're going to hear it. You might. You might.
What colors you got? What colors? Let's check.
Oh yeah, the colors. Yes. Hold on. I'm just. 10. Okay, we're good. Okay. Okay. So the colors I'm using are various greens, like this War Boss green and this Treant green. I almost butchered that. Thank God. I didn't. Christmas green, maybe, and maybe some spring green. I don't know which greens I'm actually going to use. I sincerely don't. Probably the smaller greens.
Would it be a bad idea to mix all of the greens together and make a new green?
Fun fact, I was planning on mixing greens with some pinks eventually. So, which reminds me, what those greens, some of them might be mixed with flump pink, which is just it's just like a pink, and then or Cadian flesh tone, which is like a flesh tone. Pretty much the reason I'm going to mix the green with the pink or the flesh tone at some point is for the green flesh, and it's this little neat trick that I came up with a long time ago to make the skin of a orc a little bit more realistic. And then for the direwolf, I don't know. I'm probably going to use some kind of brown, maybe this go-to my XV88, which I go to like way too much, and maybe actually I might do Steel Legion Drab a little bit too, and maybe some Xandri Dust, some combination of these three for the armor, or the leather armor and the direwolf, and obviously some white, just like literally just this big white. I'm probably going to use definitely going to use that for some dry brushing on the direwolf. And then I'm also going to use this red. It's bloody red, another paint I go to a lot, for the eyes of the direwolf, maybe, and the eyes of the orc. And did I mention Screaming Skull? Okay, well, Skeleton Bone and Screaming Skull, whichever I feel is the cutest for the little skull decorations on them. Like if I can, I don't know, right there. on my finger, right there. On his belt, there's a skull, and on his neck is a skull. If you look up orc on Direwolf, the miniature itself, you can see with better detail where the skulls are. And then on his sword, I was thinking of trying something funky. I was thinking of using a little bit of orange and a little bit of various silvers and iron colors, like Runefang Steel, Lead Belcher, if I can find it. I can't find it. Or my go-to chainmail silver with some Nuln Oil and Agrax Earthshade for a rusty look for the sword. I want to try getting a rusty look before I buy this specific paint for rust, because I'm going to do that at some point, but it's like $24. And I kind of like want to see if I can make rust without it, and we'll see. Or I won't. We'll see. Depends how much I get like done in these however many hours. I kind of want to get this as good looking as I can within the time frame. So that's why I picked this one, because I thought it was simple enough to make work. Anyway, I'm going to jump right into it. Let me think.
Hey, you do that. I'm gonna quickly text a bunch of people that I know.
Okay.
See if they care to come watch you paint and
Okay.
listen to you laugh out loud.
Okay.
So you go ahead and get started and talk about the process. Tell us what you're starting with, and I'm gonna jump back in a moment.
Okay. So my very first thought is obviously to do the base coat. I'm just trying to think where I want to start first. So I primed this black in case you need to know. It's pre-primed with gray. Actually, it looks like this. Within the actual box it comes in. But I want to prime for realsies because the time before I didn't do that. And I was like, man, I probably should do that. So here we are. I'm thinking, let's start with the green for his face. So I'm going to start off with War Boss Green. I'm going to shake that up. And then I'm going to just get the base coat in there and get that. That's a good sound. Get that all watered up. Get that. Okay. So I'm going to go take some from here, put that aside, and we'll start with his face. I think it's the only part besides his hands that, let me get comfortable here, that needs to be green. If I can get a good angle here without covering my hand on it. Fuck, my hands in focus. This stuff. Okay, whatever. Whatever works. I'm just gonna start painting. So I'm gonna get that face all nice and green. And I'm trying to avoid touching the hair. I mean, if I touch the hair, it's not the end of the world, but oh, my hand's in the way. God.
That's right. It's always in the way. I'm back. Hello.
Hello.
So, now that your fearless moderator has returned to really liven it up here, I'd say to keep things rolling the right way. You know, let's hang out. What do you wait? You got your green going now. All right, so
it's a little bright though.
Let's talk about orcs.
Yes.
I want to start with the fact that they don't always have to be green.
Yes. I actually almost debated not doing green, but I like doing green skin, and that's why I did it.
No, that's fine. I also like the Wizard of Oz, so that's cool. Our friend Steven in our Tuesday game, he plays a blue skinned orc, and I even let him homebrew. He comes from the mountain region, so I let him homebrew a natural resistance to cold, which is it's pretty fun. But you know what kind of sucks? When you throw a white dragon at them, and they resist everything because I'm cold. Oh, okay. So we got Scott from Johnny Booth here, guys. We have a living legend.
Oh my God! Hi, Scott.
Scott Owens from Johnny Booth fame, who I'm gonna say this. He almost played drums for the Devil Wears Prada this past weekend, but he blew it.
He blew it. No, he turned it down because
New Johnny Booth single, October 1st, 2021. Is that real, Scott? Two questions. Scott, is that real? Second, why haven't you told me individually and personally? Why did you wait to make this public announcement? I'm a little offended, and I don't think I'm going to give you any more shout outs.
What's going on?
His band has a new single coming out October 1st.
Ooh.
He thinks he can just jump into a Twitch chat and promote himself.
What?
Ugh, disgusting.
Musicians.
Ugh, the gall.
Oh my God. Can't believe him. Might as well be a bot.
Yeah, might as well. I'm gonna ban him.
Oh my God, do not do that.
Would that be a funny thing if I banned my best friend?
I mean, I'll laugh, but don't do that.
Oh, he said he was waiting for the live stream because he wanted more views because he's here as a famous musician.
No, he didn't say that. That's funny.
I made a plug, so what?
Nice.
Anyways,
very cool.
if you're watching this at any point in your life and you've never heard of Johnny Booth, they're like a country folk band. You probably wouldn't like them. They kind of suck. But if that's your thing,
Oh my God.
they are a hardcore metal, more like metal, heavy breakdowns, very incredible drumming, some strong vocal work. They're called Johnny Booth, JOHNNYBOOTH, from Long Island, New York. Long Island? Staten Island? New York City. One of the two. Doesn't matter. South of us. They have been getting a lot of recognition, been blowing up lately. So if you've never heard of them, go check them out now. They have an album that came out last year, 2 years ago maybe at this point because of COVID. Last year doesn't count. Called Secondhand Accounts. First-hand accounts? Secondhand accounts. Secondhand? First-hand? Scott? First-hand accounts? Secondhand accounts? I don't remember. I don't remember why I can't remember. Johnny Booth. Secondhand.
So dumb. Okay.
It's first-hand accounts, I think. I don't know why it'd be secondhand. Yeah, it's first-hand accounts. What an asshole.
I almost dropped this. God damn it. That's funny.
First-hand accounts, Johnny Booth. They sound like Artisan, which is my shitty band. They don't sound like Artisan. They're so much better. Leanna, thank you for the follow. It's
Hi,
nice
Leanna.
to see you. Hi, Leanna. That's the other thing. We have a Discord channel. Come hang out with her. We've been trying to do a lot more chatting there. Bucci here has been keeping the conversation going. Thank you for that, Booch.
Yes.
We got a Discord channel. We got our YouTube channel. We got this. We are also affiliates with Twitch. So if you are an Amazon subscriber, you get 1 month free to subscribe to any Twitch channel you want for free for a month, or however long you can keep resubscribing. You get one free with Prime. So if you guys take your Prime membership and you subscribe, you get some cool things like this really dope. Oh, that's not it. I must just post our Twitch link in the Twitch chat because I'm an idiot. You get this incredible dab emoji.
Oh my God. It's such a good emoji. It really is. Like that, I mean, me like
you get
messing around.
You get a little icon next to your name. I think you get an icon. Do you get an icon? I don't remember. Who cares? You get a bunch of stuff. So subscribe. It's down in the bottom right-hand corner of your Twitch screen. If you're on your phone watching, I don't think you can do the free subscription. I think you actually have to do it on a computer. I might be wrong,
Really?
though. Yeah. I don't know why.
That's the most wackest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I could be wrong, so somebody tell me I'm wrong.
Oh my God. Anyway, right now I'm using some lead belcher on this gauntlet here, just in case anyone was wondering. But my hand gets lead belcher. It is a paint. It's actually one of my favorite paints. It is a fun. There's also I have a primer that is lead belcher.
Oh, it's September. Thank you. Thanks, Booch. Like we wouldn't be able to do this without him, I think.
Pretty much.
Anthony Booch. Boochie. It's September. So if you want to subscribe and give us money, you get discounted prices for the subscription. Do that.
Yes.
I actually don't know what that means at all. I don't know shit about shit, and Twitch is like a new realm for me to exist in, so we're going to learn together.
I'm going back to Warbot screen. I gotta do the hands.
Okay. Leanna wants to know what you're painting. Scott wants to know why I don't paint. I don't paint because I'm not good at it.
You don't know that.
I don't know that, but I also don't have enough room. If I had a better space to paint with you, maybe I think we talked about maybe trying it one night. I'll stream this from my laptop downstairs on the kitchen table or dining room table or whatever, and try to paint alongside you. Maybe I'll go get the WizKids the paint set that they have, right? It comes with some basic colors and some paints and shit, and I think also a mini as well.
It depends on what you get, but yeah.
All right, well, Leanna wants to know what you're painting. I will let you tell her. I won't answer that.
I'm painting an orc on a direwolf.
And that's it.
That's literally it. It's the WizKids one thing that you can buy from your local game store.
Your LGS, your FLGS, your friendly local game store.
Yes.
Paint and sip. I'm gonna paint. He's gonna paint, and I'm gonna sip. Sponsored Red Bull. I've been drinking Red Bull. Let's talk about it. Let's get some Red Bull people in here. First off, let's wait.
Wait for what?
Red Bull to get in the chat.
Oh, okay.
They're here now.
What?
I've been drinking Red Bull since I was 15 years old.
Oh my god.
14 or 15. My average 8 ounces, 3 a day is my average.
Jesus Christ.
2 if I'm having a day. Sometimes I'll have 4, depending on the day, and sometimes lately I've been going overboard. I've been having 5 on the nights we play D&D.
Why do I have stomach problems? I don't understand.
Yeah, I know. I'm on omeprazole for my heartburn.
I can't understand why. What? No way.
I've been drinking Red Bull every day. I quit Red Bull once for an entire year, and then I stayed off of it for longer. I quit a second time for not as long, and I think I've quit 3 times total, where I've literally kicked the habit, the addiction that I had of Red Bull 3 separate times, and the one was the longest. And then I started having chest problems and stomach problems, and you know what helped? Burping. And you know what I did? Started drinking Red Bull again.
Oh my god. Straight up, that is dumb.
I had my gallbladder removed. This is so stupid. I've had my gallbladder removed. Hey, Red Bull, sponsor me. I've had my organs taken out of my body because of you, but I still drink it because this shit is so good.
Oh my god. Gives you wings.
Yeah, when I'm dead.
Yeah, say that gives you when you're dead. That's where I was going with it.
Oh my god. But I have tried. There's a post on my Instagram where I was still working at GCC. I was at Goff at the time, so it was that long ago. But I made a post on Instagram, and it basically was like me doing the math of how much money I've spent. Thank you for following, Scott. I love you and I appreciate you. You're such a heart. Thanks. You're heart sweet. You're a heart sweet. It's a sweetheart, put it backwards, you know? Whatever. I have this post on Instagram, and I went through and I broke down all of the math of how much money I've spent on Red Bull since I was 15 till whenever I made this post. And I tagged Red Bull in it, and I was like, please sponsor my life. Please sponsor my existence. And they never responded. I don't know why. I think I even emailed them at one point for artisan work because I had drank so much Red Bull on stage, and in like any of our stupid videos we would post on Instagram, I'd have Red Bull, and I think I went as far as asking for an artisan sponsorship.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's bad. I gotta have it. I got a problem.
Yeah, you should really stop.
Anyway, so Eddie is painting this thing. I'm here to talk about my health problems.
Yeah, I'm the paint, he's the party.
There you go. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Just sitting on that one for like
what is
at
that
least 2 minutes.
stupid? All right, so there's this new kid that started. Well, I'll go back to the chat in a second, but there's this new kid that started at work like 2 weeks ago, and I don't listen to the radio. I listen to my iPad or my iPod, my music, my Apple Music, or Spotify, or podcasts. Like I'll listen to the Adventure Zone and shit. But I could be addicted to crack. You're right.
What?
But I'm straight edge. 12 years, I think. 12 years sobriety. Anyways, he started working there, and he brings in his radio, and then listens to every morning free beer and hot wings, which is borderline problematic, first off. But then they have like a bunch of music afterwards, and I'm fine with it because it's like kind of classic rocky. But the problem is, some classic rock is like The Offspring, or
The Offspring.
or like, yeah, I know. But the fact that it's classic rock now, Eddie, means we're effing old. Means we're getting up there in the years here, friend. But he's been listening to that. I don't remember where I was going with this story, but free beer and hot wings. That's what they call themselves. The two people that are like the main hosts. One is free beer, and the other is hot wings. So we could be like paint and party.
Yeah. Nice. Hell yeah.
I think this is more party than paint, though.
Okay.
All right, dude. We are sold. First off, Lena. P.S. You're like 5 years younger than me, so shut up. Shut your mouth. Let's see. Let's look at the chat. What do we got? Which painting? You already answered that. Anthony Bucci, yes, scream into the void with me. Yes, please join our Discord and come hang out. We can talk about whatever the hell you want. I don't give a shit. We talk about movies, TV. We share links. We do whatever. I don't care. Send me pictures of your cats every day, your dogs, your bird. If you have a bird, I want to hear that thing chirp. Please.
I really thought you were going to say something really different first. My brain jumped to like the worst case scenario.
I'm not 10 anymore, Eddie. I'm an adult. I listen to Free Beer and Hot Wings. Let's get real. Classic rock. Paint tip sometimes. Scott said I'm good at everything. Or you are. One of us is good at everything, according to Scott. I'm just gonna go with you because I'm a piece of shit.
Absolutely not. No.
Remember when I quit Red Bull? Yeah, I think that's what I looked over and saw that. I was so proud. I was proud of myself too. Unfortunately, yeah, nothing lasts forever. Be addicted to crack. All right, I think we're all caught up.
Okay, good.
So, is there? Let's go back to. Let's get rid of the party for a moment and let's talk about the paint. What are we doing? Where are we at?
I'm putting on some cheat code Nolan oil on the face because I want to darken it. This paint's a little brighter than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to bring it down with some Nolan oil and do on the face and see how that turns out. But this, let's see.
Now, a question. If you did this now and you hated it, can you let it dry and go back over with a darker green later?
Yeah.
Because technically you could just do this step at the very end, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do this however I want.
Booch, yes. I met Bucci on Destiny several years ago with our friend Billy, who I've tried to get to come watch our stream, but I just don't think he gives a shit. But our friend Billy moved to Indiana to work for Sweetwater, which is a music company. But we would play Destiny together. We would do some raids together, and I think the first interaction I ever actually had with him outside of Destiny was sending him pictures of my cat, because we were talking about cats, and then he responded with a picture of his own cat, and that's when we had first talked. And then I don't think I talked to him again until he started watching our stream. not for any reason, but just because that's how it played out. But I'm glad he's here, and I'm glad he's alive and exists and is a fellow nerd who gives a shit about this stuff, which is cool. But back to you. Sorry, I apologize for that. He said something in the chat that I wanted to acknowledge before it was lost in the void. So you're doing your normal oil. So my question was that you did answer was, can you fix the face later? But you
Yeah.
could have also waited to do the normal oil at the end, right?
Yeah, I think you can kind of do it whenever. I just wanted to do it now because I want to see if this color is gonna work. Uh, we'll see. I put a shit ton of oil on this though, and also the War Boss green is like it's a little it's also a little thicker than I thought it was gonna be, but that's okay. I can go back and change it. Right now, I'm thinking, how do I want to do this? I think I'm gonna go Steel Legion Drab if I can get there. This Citadel base. I'm gonna do that for the other armor. I'm gonna go around and spruce that up real nice, and hopefully I don't fuck this up.
Well, don't.
Okay.
There's a lot riding on this.
Is it?
Yeah. Why is
Okay.
my phone's on 19%. I didn't even do anything with it today.
Yeah, I made sure my phone was charged, and it's still charging. Just in case.
With that 10-foot charger that I bought you?
Yes.
Good. I had to do something to save our stream.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah, I kind of was dicking around.
Leanna said that paint is thick with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 C's. So that's pretty thick, I think.
That's pretty thick.
I texted a few of other friends, but it's apparently no one gives a shit about us. No one cares.
Oh.
We're P.S. Speaking of people that don't give a shit, I've said shit so much. I'm gonna stop swearing. I'm not gonna swear for the rest of this stream. If I do, I will buy everyone here a Red Bull.
Oh, holding you to it. Not my mission to make you swear. Anyway, what are you saying?
Where's your brother? Your brother and all of their friends. Where's Max? Where's Carlisle?
I don't have a friend
Andy?
named Carlisle. Who's Andy? Anthony.
Where's Woody and Buzz?
Woody. Anthony's
because we're painting toys.
Yeah, no, I get it. Anthony's with his girlfriend right now.
AJ.
Max, yes. Max is with. I think he's having he's at a party or something for his sister or something like that. I don't know. I didn't pay attention. And the rest of those guys are doing whatever. I think Chris is with his girlfriend that he just obtained recently.
Obtained.
Good for him.
I think that's I don't think you can say that.
Yes, I can. Watch. I gotta thin this down. Yeah, but he just got a girlfriend, so good for him. My little boy is growing up. And I think he's with her today. And I just was hanging out with Luther for a couple hours because he had nothing better to do, I think. And we went to Zombie Planet. Not Zombie Planet. No, that's it, Zombie Planet. On a whim to buy stuff. And he bought a D&D third-party supplement book about like a Greek like thing. It's really, really cool. And then I bought some miniatures, of course, for Lord of the Rings.
Did you buy the Strahd minis that you were looking at?
No, I was really tempted to. If I had more money, I would have. That's kind of why I showed you guys, because I was like, I wanted to make sure someone else sees it and maybe is like tempted to get it, so that way I don't have to.
Can we talk about D&D really quick?
Yeah.
All right, let's picture this.
Yeah.
You are a dungeon master.
I'm in that mindset.
You are a game master. You are a storyteller.
Yes.
You have 5 players.
All
and
right.
They are level 1. Let's say 1.
Sure.
Now, would you run an experience-based game, or would you run a milestone game?
Milestone game every single time.
Okay. How often would you level up your players? What would your milestone parameters be?
Are we starting from level 1?
Chuck's in the chat. So I'll tell you why I'm saying this. So Chuck said if you do, you level up all of our characters, and what he means is if I swear, I have to level everyone's character.
Yeah.
No. So he says it was worth a shot, but he's now saying, "Oh man, here we go," because there's a point to this. Now, okay. What were you just saying? Now, what is the parameters of leveling up? You tell me. What would you say?
Where are we starting?
Level 1. I said that.
Okay. Level 1. One quest, level up. Like
Okay.
one, but like a good quest, like an
Like
actual
the first,
decent.
like the first session.
Yeah, after the first session, level up.
Right.
There's actually some modules that are really good to run to make you up the level to level 3. But second level, this is where it gets tricky. It depends on what you're doing. If it's a bigger quest, so let's say you're doing, let's say, Death House and Strahd, right? Once you get through the whole Death House, you're gonna be level 3 at the end, and that's one big adventure that would take, I would say, a couple sessions to go through.
Wait. You can start Death House at level 1?
Yeah.
Or are you just saying that, like...
You can, like, if Death House is made to go from level 1 to 3, but it's a painful experience.
Really?
Yeah. That's what we did when we played in Anthony's. Or I think. Or was it we were level 3? No, we were level 1 and we got to the level 3 at the end. Anyway, if you, let's say, for the sake of argument, it really does depend on what you throw at your players. But let's say you throw one session quest and you actually go through the whole thing in one session, then that is a level up at the end. If you are going through a dungeon crawl and is a multi-session thing, you're going to be at level 3 at the very end. So let's say 4 sessions in, maybe 5, you should be level 3. Then level 4 and level 5, I actually would slow it down at that point, where you want to keep them at level 3 for a long time, because that's a hot, like, that's a hot spot for like what you get. So like, for example, level 3 is generally the level that classes like get their things. Like you get your subclass at level 3 for most classes and like all that kind of thing. So level 3, I would probably have them stay there for at least 5 sessions. And then they bring them up to level 4 where they get their first feats, unless they're very human, and do the same thing. You keep them at level 4 for a while. Like I would slow crawl it. And then.
So let's skip ahead. We don't have to do level by level. What about level like 15?
Oh, that would take a long ass time.
Oh, would it? Okay.
Yeah,
just
really
curious.
Long time. Super duper long, like 100 sessions.
100 sessions? What the hell is wrong with you? All right. So now let me hit you with this. This was when I first started DMing 4 years ago. My mentality was, I read this thing, and it was kind of interesting to base it off of. But if you're playing through experience leveling, the parameters that you would set would be, if you were level 1, that's how many sessions you would need to go to level up, right? So level 1 would be 1 session, and then you level up.
Quick question: is the experience method everyone levels up together?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, continue.
So then, beyond that, it would just keep scaling. So at level 15, technically, it would be 15 sessions before you level up to 16.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Because that's not like a crazy amount of time. Like, that's if you're playing once a week, that's 4, 8, 12, it's 3.5 months.
I would say it depends on what you're doing in those sessions and what.
No, that was bad math. That's 5 months.
No, no.
Stupid.
I would say it depends on what you're doing and like what you do, like how long your sessions are. So let's say your sessions are like 2-3 hours.
Hour sessions.
If it's hour sessions, yeah, then that makes sense. I would say if it's like 2 to 3 hours, maybe 4 to 6, obviously be more lenient and let them level up a little quicker. But pretty much my mentality is that when leveling up is something that should not be done very easily. You shouldn't be like being level 20 at the end is where you want to be, potentially. You might not even want them at level 20 at the very end. Depends on what you want your players to be. So, for example, if you want your end of the campaign to be fighting gods and like fighting like something insane, yeah, level 20, sure, why not? Even not level 20, sure. But if you want things to be lower scaled and you want to have your players feel like they aren't a big influence in the world, but like have some kind of play into it. For example, like, I guess, okay, in my head, I'm thinking if I ran Lord of the Rings campaign, right? Or let's say in the context of Lord of the Rings in general. If you put, let's say, Aragorn and all those guys you wouldn't say that some of them are like level 20 at the end. Maybe you could, but for the most part, I would think they're like not, I don't know, maybe at highest 15. Because yes, they got like they would theoretically get better as time went on, but like let's say Gandalf is level 20, like level 20 wizard at the end of Lord of the Rings. What the what? Like I like yeah, Gandalf's really strong, but like magic in Lord of the Rings, I guess, it's probably a bad example only because magic in Lord of the Rings is actually kind of subtle. At least for the most part. Like there's some things that are like level 20 feats that other characters do, like Galadriel at the end, like some of the giant tidal wave to like destroy Saruman's like not Saruman's tower. Door, I think.
Spoilers.
Shit, whatever.
I've never seen it.
Well, that they don't show it, so it's fine, I think. But like she like yeah, I think they do in the books. But anyway, it depends. Actually, also at the same time, she's like thousands of years old, so so Gandalf. So I guess Gandalf would be a level 20 character. So, not the point.
So, anyways, what's the date today? Let's look at the dates here. If we're going off of the session leveling that I was saying as parameters, right? It's weak because you could do so many different things in that amount of time.
Yeah.
So September or July 27th, the Tuesday game leveled up. So then that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This coming week would be week number 7.
Mm-hmm. What level are they now?
15.
And they just leveled up.
And in July, the last week of July, last Tuesday of July, they leveled up.
Until level 15. Okay, sure. So yeah, it should take a while for level 16 to happen.
Leanna just said Aragorn can get it. Leanna, you can get out.
Okay.
Ugh, gross. You know who can get it? Shelob. You can get the boot.
I mean, in the okay, never mind. You know, I was gonna stop. I would say in the fucking video games, they're not canon. Like she can turn into an actual lady.
Oh really?
Yeah. It's in. Yeah.
Oh, ew, dude. Are you? What's the word? Simping? Are you simping?
No,
are you simping with Shelob's lady form? You're gross.
No. I knew. That's why I tried to stop myself. I'm like, I know how this is gonna go, but I had to.
I'm not shaming. If that's your kink, go for it.
No, god damn it. I'm just saying. Angry. I'm sorry, I was not angry. I guess angry. Angry. Goth GF. is something.
Now I have to look at.
Now you have to look it up.
Is she a human?
Yeah, no. Like, okay, she's a spider, but like in the video games that aren't canon, like she can't transform into a human like at all, as far as I know. In the actual lore of like Lord of the Rings, but in the video games, Journey to Middle Earth or not Journey to Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor and fuck, I don't remember the other one it's called. But like in those video games, she turns into a human and just like a whole like character in the thing.
I can't even look at this.
Why?
Multiple reasons. Main reason being all I'm getting are a bunch of Shelob pictures and I do not like. So I'm done.
Just look up Shelob human, you clown.
I did, and it still showed me Shelob spider.
Okay.
Hello, it is I, your local newbie. What are subclasses and feats? Do you want to do this one or do you want me to take it while you paint?
Which subclasses are we talking about? Like all of them?
Any. So, all right, Booch. When you are level 1, you pick a race and a class. We'll go with the miniature that Eddie is painting. We're going to say, what would you say? It's an orc, obviously, is the race.
He's an orc, yep.
What is the class, you think?
Either barbarian or fighter.
I was thinking the cavalier fighter.
Oh,
it's riding a warg.
Good point. Yeah.
Or not a warg, but a direwolf.
Direwolf, yeah, you're spot on.
So a subclass would be, let's go with fighter. So fighter is your class. Let me look up D&D Beyond, your local resource.
There's a lot of fighter. I think there's at least 8.
Yeah, that's pretty. you go to the game rules section, the game rules tab, you'll find fighter. You can click on that, and then it will bring you to all of this whole list of martial archetypes. That is your subclass. So the archetypes for a fighter would be an arcane archer, a battle master, a cavalier, champion, echo knight, eldritch knight, gunslinger, psi warrior, purple dragon knight, rune knight, and samurai.
Nice.
All of those different types of fighters do different things mechanically in the game. So you could have 8 different fighters playing the game and all be completely different.
Yes.
Right now, I'm playing an Eldritch Knight in our Sunday game for Midlevel Crisis.
You're an Eldritch Knight? Oh, wait, Eldritch Knight.
Yeah.
I think it said Echo Knight. I was like, wait.
No, he's an Eldritch Knight, and it's basically a fighter that can cast spells.
Yeah.
There's a Cavalier, which is pretty much revolves around mounted combat, so riding a horse, or in this case, a direwolf. And a lot of the things, if you'll get a lot of bonuses to riding him out. So like level 3, your mastery as a rider becomes apparent. You have advantage on saving throws made to avoid falling off your mount. If you fall off your mount and descend no more than 10 feet, you can land on your feet if you're not incapacitated. So basically, you're just really good at riding things. But it gets better and better, and they all have different things. Druids, you get to pick which druid circle you belong to. Monks, you get to pick what type of monk you are. Like one of them is Way of the Drunken Master, one is Way of Shadow. They're all different, and it just basically flavors your class to tailor your playing experience how you want. You can also multi-class. So as you level up, you can, you hit level 5. So instead of taking fighter level 5, you would be fighter level 4 and cleric level 1. So you can get some healing stuff as well. I don't know if that's a viable thing, but that made sense in my head.
Yeah, I mean, you could, but you don't want to.
You'd be strength. It's all strength and con based, but you wouldn't want to lose your intelligence spellcasting.
No, I'll say if you do at level 5, you want to wait one more level because you get extra attack.
You get extra attack at 5, but I'm not getting into all that bullshit. I was just using it as an example.
Bad example.
Yeah, whatever. A lot of times people will get you'll be a level 5 fighter, so you get your extra attack, and then the next 2 levels, instead of being level 6 fighter, level 7 fighter, you'll be level 5 fighter and level 1, level 2 rogue. So you can get your sneak attack and do more damage, and also have extra attack to do a second attack. There's a lot of options you can do, but the subclass is basically the meat of your class.
Yes.
I don't think you can play D&D without picking a subclass. I think you have to pick something.
Well, no, hold
3.
on. Okay. No, hold on. There's a way. What if
you just did level 1 of everything?
Yes. What if you just never ever go above level 3 in a class? It's possible. It can be done. I've seen it happen. It's fucking dumb.
There are classes that pick their subclass at level 2. I think you get your druid circle at level 2.
Yeah, and also warlock. I think it's level 2. Actually, that might be level 1. No, I'm not sure about that one. No, I think it's like one aspect of them is level 1, and another aspect of them is like 2 or 3. It's been a while. I don't play
Eldritch Invocations are level 2.
Okay, so it is level 2.
Then you get your Pact Boon.
Yeah, warlocks are weird.
Level 3.
Yeah, they're weird.
Technically, you pick your pack at level 3. So 2 just is like your pre subclass.
Yeah.
Which I think is the only one that gets something like that.
I think so too. But yeah, subclass is kind of like my favorite part of customizing your character. Because it's really important. It's probably the most important part of the entire thing.
Right.
And like different things that subclasses get, some things are better than others.
Sorry, keep on.
No, I was gonna say, like, for example, let me think of a classic example. Got it. Druids, the best subclass in terms of combat, like you want to optimize, is the Circle of Moon Druid, at least in early levels. The Moon Druid is the best subclass for Druid for the most part. But my personal favorite is the
In your
Shepherd.
opinion.
In my personal opinion, my personal favorite one is the Shepherd Druid because you summon animals at the wazoo, and that's fun.
Druids, if you play them the right way, can be so sick. Every subclass, I think Druids might be my favorite class. I They were the first class that I played when I started playing D&D.
Shit.
And I think I played it wrong, and it kind of tainted my experience. And I haven't played a Druid since, but I want to, and I want to play it the right way, the first time. So springboarding off of what Eddie just said, the Moon Druid is one that relies on changing into animal forms.
Yep.
At level 2, you get the ability to change into animals, and the Moon Circle lets you do it as a bonus action.
Yep, you got it. And the CR is
and
higher.
You can be better animals.
Yeah.
The way to play them as the Moon Druid is to pick things that will heighten your survivability. So you can change into a black bear, and your AC will go up a little bit, your health will go up a little bit, and then you get basically 2 health pools. So I'll pull up a black bear really quick just for the sake of this, just so I can actually look at what it has. I think black bear is better than brown bear. So your AC would be 11, which is not really as high as I thought it was. And then your hit points would change, I believe, as you level. I might be making that up though, but as of right now, it's 19.
What are you talking about?
Just the wild shape. I'm going to pull up my actual druid and look at what I got here. I'll add it to the extras. Brown bear. Oh, brown bear is better, not black bear. So I'm a silly boy. AC is 11, which you're easy to hit, but my health as a level 8 druid was 77, and then with my wild shape, it gets an additional 34 because if I were to take damage, my health pool would start with the bear's health, and then once it's depleted, I would revert back to my druid form and be still at max health at 77.
Yeah.
Unless I had like 1 hit point left in my bear form and then took like 40 points of damage, the health carries over to the druid form.
It pretty much just gives you more health.
Right. So as long as you are playing it the right way, you can be like an optimal tank. Like you can be something that can take damage and draw attention. You just are going to lack with spellcasting, which is the base version of a druid would be the Circle of the Land, and that is more towards spellcasting. That's going to be like you not using your wild shape as much. Your wild shape forms aren't as strong. You'd be using it as a utility, and you'd probably be staying back in combat instead of being up in the front. You'd be casting spells from afar, doing a lot of area damage or crowd control kind of stuff, and maintaining the field. You also can cast your animal companions to come and help aid your fight as well. Any druid I think can do that, but
yeah. Especially with Tasha's, they changed it so that wild shape, you can instead of having wild shape, you can cast Find Familiar as an action.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, I super love that. That's so sick.
It's cool, but you could just be a Beastmaster Hunter.
Or you can summon
Beastmaster Ranger, sorry.
Use your wild shape thing, make a summon a familiar, and then summon like 10 more wolves, and now you're just animals galore. It's fucking great. I love that. That's like my favorite thing to do as a druid, just have a crap ton of animals at once.
Leanna said the same thing happened with her druid. It could have been pretty cool, but it was all wrong. Well, Leanna, maybe I'll kill your character in a Thursday game and you can play a druid.
Druids are, I think, they might be not the hardest class to play, but they're the most time consuming, especially if it's your first class. Because what happens is let's say you want to do something a bunch of animals, right? If you do the moon journey, you just focus on something like being animals, then no, it's not. It's the easiest one. But if you focus on summoning animals, your turn takes a long time because you're rolling for each animal that's attacking. I came up with a way to minimize that, but even so, it still can take like a little bit. Like you have to like think ahead of what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because when Anthony played a druid in our Thursday game, his turns took literally fucking ever. Like it was so long.
Yeah, because basically when it comes to you, your animals go right after you in combat. Oh, well, I think do they roll for initiative? I don't remember.
No, they go after you.
I can't. There's a lot of
depends on the spell actually.
Yeah, there's a lot of different classes or spells that are like if you summon this creature, it gets a turn in an initiative, or it goes right after you. I don't remember the druid one right off the top of my head, and I'm not going to go back and look for it. But it would get to him on his turn, and then he would do whatever he's doing for his action, and he would turn wild shape, and he would do all of his stuff, and then he's got 2 wolves that he's doing the other same thing. Or if you're a min-maxer like Anthony is, and sometimes Eddie is,
sometimes
he would be like, oh, I'm going to summon 8 pixies. So now the turn is 9 different creatures that Anthony is using. And he was like, oh, I'm going to cast Polymorph 8 times. Okay. It kind of, like, if it's not perfected, if it's not performed the right way, it can be really annoying to have a druid in the game.
Yeah. You have to be very careful what you're doing.
Yeah, and it can be sick. It can be sick. It can be fun, but you have to be playing it in such a way where you're just like, okay, I'm going. Here's my whole turn.
Yeah, you gotta be fast, and you pretty much you have to like, and it's tricky because you want to do certain combos and like the battlefield could change and stuff like that, and so you have to spend your entire time thinking about other people's turns. Like on their turns, you have to think of what you want to do in your turn, and your entire strategy could like change at one turn.
Anthony just joined.
My brother,
and Leano was
into a bashing.
Leano's like his turns still take forever, and I just joined into a bashing. Anthony, we are not bashing. We're using
we're using
Phelbus as an example.
Yeah, of what happens if you're druid.
Of what not to do.
But yeah, pretty much like if you use a druid that summons a lot of animals and how that can backfire in your face.
Right. And it's not like a bad thing. Like if that's what you want to do, that's cool. It's just you have to be on top of it. You got to be like, okay, I have 8 creatures that are on the field now, and I know what they're gonna do. Make 8 saves, please, and then have a plan for when it goes right or when it goes wrong.
Yeah, it takes a lot. It's a lot of planning.
Yeah,
it's almost like you're being a DM yourself. It's crazy. Like
yeah.
It is a really neat way if like you plan DMing one day. It's a really neat way to learn the statistics of animals.
Also, P.S. Really, really quick, I want to draw attention back to your miniature. I like the fact that it looks like your orc fell off its mount and fell into a big mud puddle.
Yeah. We're on the base coat. We're on the base coat. It looks like shit now, but give it like a little while.
Literal poopy. It looks like poopy.
Give it a little bit, butthole. I'm getting there. It's going to look good eventually. Yeah, it does look fucking whack as hell right now. Just give me a second.
Don't worry. Anthony, we are not bashing you at all. I love you and I appreciate you and all the characters you make. I'm very excited. P.S. Really quick note about your Thursday character and Thursday game in general, especially after your fortune telling the other night. I was able to force myself into writing some cool things and came up with a really cool idea for the future. So hope you all are ready for some fun stuff, and I might actually kill you. Who cares?
Okay. It's all right. I have a backup plan. In case my character dies, I have a plan. I have a character idea.
I wanted to kill your character so bad.
I wanted to, actually not that I wanted to die, but I wanted to do that with the character really bad.
Yo, I don't know if I told you this, but you left, and Terry stayed and was saying how he thinks that you he thinks that you don't want to play Boris anymore, and that and that you want to play a new character because he was gonna say something in game to like, hey, if adventuring's not for you, we're not going to take it out on you if you want to like sit aside.
Oh no, it's
Basically,
not that.
for you to like want to play a new character.
No, it's not that. I actually love playing bars. It's just I have lots of ideas where it's just like, oh man, if Bars dies, I can do this really neat thing. No, I love playing bars, and eventually maybe like not a meta reason, I can see like bars be like, all right, well my venturing's done. Like I can see that happening.
Paint in the camera.
Huh? Son of a bitch. But no, I love playing bars. It's not that I'm sick of it at all.
Uh, all I can think about is the fortune. Not gonna lie. Yeah, dude. I was like, I actually forgot about it until I think we played our Tuesday game, and I got home and I was like, oh shit. I looked at my notes because I made a note and it was like, write down fortunes, make a list of names for the players, and something else. I made like 3 quick notes about like what I needed to set up for Thursday. I was like, oh my god, I have to write a bunch of fortunes. So I had to write 2 fortunes for everybody. One was like a quick fortune, the other one was a more involved fortune. And I in doing that was like, oh
shit,
this is kind of cool. I kind of like the idea that I came up with. But that is, what did you do with your phone, Edward? We've established we're not doing this shit anymore.
That was weird.
Unbelievable.
The battery is at 20%. It should be charging. Let me check.
It should be charging with their 10-foot charger that I got from Five Below.
Hey, what the heck?
Sponsored by Five Below and Red Bull.
Not charging. Let me fix that. I'll be right back.
All right, bye.
Hold on. It's right over here. What the heck? Why are you not working?
I wish I'm gonna start muting his microphone when he gets up and walks away.
Is this the problem?
Can I? Oh, I can. I'm muted. He's muted. So, while he's doing whatever, one more time, really quick, you guys can subscribe on our little Twitch page here. If you are a Amazon Prime subscriber or have Amazon Prime or whatever, you would be able to subscribe for free every month, and that helps us. It makes us look good, and I would really appreciate the love and support. If you don't follow our Discord, please go and do that as well, because we've been doing some fun stuff over there. Eddie, if you can hear me, I have muted your camera because I want to, when you get up and walk away, I take that time to let out some information, and you're always like, what am I doing? What the hell? This camera is
That's correct. No, you're correct to do that. No, that's correct. Yeah,
so I'm just gonna start muting you or whatever.
Do it. No, do it.
Larry, so Booch asked a question that I was trying to get to, but we kept on sidetracking to different things, or I did at least. Right. Also, Leanna said she can kill Boris if you want.
No, thank you.
Booch said, speaking of character creation, any recommendations for a character if I need to make my own for my TIO game? First question is, what are you playing? Are you playing Dungeons and Dragons or are you playing Pathfinder? Because I don't know anything about Pathfinder. Eddie is your guy. Eddie will tell you all about Pathfinder.
I can tell you some really cool things that's possible, but I won't be able to tell you how you get there because I have no fucking clue. Where's my paper towels?
Oh no. Maybe they're next to your bed. Wink. Yeah, because you eat in bed and you get like pizza roll sauce on your blankets.
Yeah, definitely. Hold on. It was definitely not by my bed. Let me go get some paper towels really quick.
D&D 5e. Who's running the game? Who's running the game? I want to know who, where they live. I want their social security number. I want to make sure that they treat you properly. And if it's Danny, hell yeah, good for you. Danny is the man. I have to reach out to him. And Anthony extended their tier 1 subscription through October. Oh my gosh. We're doing it, folks. Thanks, Anthony. Bree, yeah. So Bree's, she's awesome. Brianna Flame, she is spectacular. She has been there from the beginning with TIO. I ran a Dragon Age. Is it Dragon? Do you know anything about Dragon Age, Eddie?
Am I muted?
No.
Yes, I know a lot about Dragon Age.
I didn't actually mute you this time because you didn't say anything when you walked away. Is Dragon Age the one that has like the mage tower in the middle and like they're like the law?
Oh, yeah, kind
Okay.
of.
So she ran a Dragon Age game for me, and I loved the character I played. It was so sick. But they have like Dragon Age D&D 5e, and that's the one I ran. But she was awesome. She's a great TM. So good for you. As far as a class and race goes for you, there's a possible heist mystery, and that's all I know so far. Heist mystery is tight. So it's basically Clue, I think. We'll see. But
Okay, this is how you make the best detective.
wait,
No, I'm kidding.
no, hang on. What? Well, I mean, you could be an Inquisitor rogue.
Yeah, you can.
You could be. Anyways, several questions for you, Anthony. Ready? Rapid fire. First, what level are you going to be? Second, do you want to be a character that is up in combat and is fighting hand to hand? Do you want to be a healer, or do you want to be somebody who casts spells and stays back?
What kind of weapons do you like?
Or do you want to be something that's like a support role that like gives your friends buffs that makes them better and you all perform better because of you?
Do you want to shoot a cannon?
One, he has no idea what level they're going to be. That might make things a little harder. We'll say one. We won't go too deep with multi-classing. We'll say one. Just
multi-classing, we don't need to go. It's subclassing we want to focus on.
Why not? But if they're like, oh, go ahead and make a level 8 character, then your brain is going to be like, oh, you could be like a level 3 fighter and a level 4 rogue and a level 1 wizard.
This is true. You caught me. I wouldn't do that.
So we'll say level 1. At the most, probably level 3. I'm assuming Brianna would have you guys start at level 3.
Going back to the Belcher. Painting the sword. Sorry, go ahead.
Painting the sword?
Mm-hmm.
With Bucklehead Belcher?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Probably up in the action or an action spellcast.
Eldritch Knight is a big... Or the other way around. So Eldritch Knight is a fighter who can cast magic. Or you can do... we're talking about level 1?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Okay, then
that's why I was like, that's exactly what I was like. Let's start with level 1 just to go with basic class.
Okay, easy.
What would be the best to start with?
You take a fighter and level 1 fighter, right? And but you take a variant human, and that way you get the magic initiate feat. So that way you can cast magic spells as a fighter. Look at that. See,
not a bad idea.
I'm pretty good at that.
But if you're gonna be a fighter, you don't really want to make it so your build is around casting spells unless you're gonna be an Eldritch.
Yeah, if we're talking about level 3, then you go Eldritch Knight, or you can go Blade Song Wizard, which is a wizard that has a sword. It is different.
Or the Act of the Blade. Nope. What the hell is your character behind you? What
Hexblade.
Hexblade. So Anthony, or not Anthony. I was reading your brother's comment. Eddie's character behind him is from our Sunday campaign, our Mid-Level Crisis Hangman's Oracle campaign. He plays a Hexblade Warlock and looks just as tragic as his character does right there, because I just realized. I'm gonna zoom in real quick on you. I just realized something extremely disturbing.
What?
You can't really see it based on my. I'm gonna here. Let's for the folks at home. I'm gonna mess with your layout really quick. So don't you go ahead and keep on painting.
Okay.
So real quick, folks, take a look at his musculature, his muscles, and his arms that are terrifyingly in the wrong places.
Wait, what the fuck? Now I'm noticing it.
It looks like it looks like when a kid poops and their diaper fills up and it looks moldy. Except your diaper is your shirt and somebody pooped in your shirt. It's not bad. That is by what is, I'm trying to remember his handle. It's like at birds suck. But it's Dylan, one of Dylan's friends that he knows in real life, who's been doing all of our character art, all of the concept art for the scenes from our game. He's great, and he's really quick with getting his art to us. So very appreciative of him, and I'm definitely super appreciative now of his poop-filled vest or tunic. Anyway,
damn it. Back
to the action.
Yeah, back to that. Painting the banner.
I'm very excited about that. So anyways, that's a Hexblade Warlock, which is a spellcaster that does get into melee range.
Or you can do Paladin, who also is a spellcaster that can. Oh, not spellcaster. I'm sorry. Other way around. He is a sword fighter boy who follows religion and does some spellcasting, but it's mostly bashing people in the face and divine smite.
Yeah.
Or you can do cleric, which is also a person who uses like holy magic and beats people in the face. But they're more like, imagine cleric is more on the spellcasting side and paladin's more on the fighting side. Kind of. It's more or less what it's like.
Long story short, if you want to just be up in the action and you want to be some type of fighter, I would go with just a fighter, anywhere between level 1 and level 3, if whatever. I wouldn't go too deep with it. You can be a cavalier, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be a one shot anyways. But they are very easy to understand and play at earlier levels for sure. Barbarian, all you have to worry about is your rage mechanic. Other than that, you basically just swing your weapon. There are things like rogues. You don't get your sneak attack, I don't think, until level 2.
No, you get sneak attack level 1. It's just 1d. Yeah, it's 1d6 at level 1, and then
you get at level 2.
2d. No.
Oh, level 2 is the cunning action.
Cunning action, yeah, that's it.
That's why everybody wants to do level 2 in rogue. You're right.
The only reason I know that is because I just multi-classed into rogue with Eltharion in our Strahd game.
Of course you did. I hope he gets killed.
I hope you get killed.
Anthony said, Warlock is always great and Cleric has a million ways to play, just throwing that out there.
True.
He said, oh, I got you. At level 1, you can get a custom lineage and get the spell Catapult, and then you buy 5 vials of acid and a mesh bag, and then you cast Catapult, and you can do 84 damage at level 1.
He has not showed about that combo in like 2 days.
This is what I'm talking about min-maxing. As an outsider, it makes it not fun. It's a cool idea. I would never build a character to do this thing.
I would.
One cool thing, one time.
100% I would. As if I was playing an alchemist, 100% I would do that. I love doing funky shit as an alchemist.
Unbelievable. Y'all are wild.
But I
don't look into any sort of builds at all. I look up like...
I do.
I mean, I do, but I don't look up like the best, this, if you can get the perfect round in combat, you can do 420 damage. Blaze it, bro. I don't do shit like that.
No, I generally don't, but like, what I'll do is I'll look at subclasses. It's like, oh, which one sounds the coolest to me and which one I like the most? And it'll come down to like two of them. And then it'll be like, oh, which one's better? Like, which one will I actually like to play with more?
Right. When we were building our Strahd characters, let me pull up mine so I can actually like take a look at what the build is here. But when we were building our Strahd characters, I did look up like, the like how like what hang on, before I say any bad terminology here, let me actually pull up the character. Shit.
What's your character in that one?
What?
What's your character's class in that one? Cleric, never mind. Cleric. Yeah, cleric. I was a cleric except for...
So, with like the features and stuff, right? No, you know what? Let me do this. Let me go to Google. I'll do, what am I, pack of the Grave Domain. So then I would type in like D&D 5e Cleric Grave Domain build. And then I would just go to like the first link and it would be like, you want to do your intelligence, you want to do whatever. You pick your backgrounds and like basically just I find things that work and then I don't do any more research. What I do is I find something that's like, oh, this works, and flavor-wise, it will build my character roleplay-wise. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I don't ever pick anything because it's like the best, most optimal choice. It's always like, oh, flavor-wise, this makes sense, and it will work towards the build. So, your wisdom is plus whatever, and then also strength because cleric. Oh wait, no, my strength is high because of my gauntlets of ogre power, which I picked just in case, so that I could build my base stats up, my spellcasting stats, and then get free strength.
Another thing I like I'll do when picking a character is obviously is like what have pretty much I'll do is like what have I not played before? I want to eventually play as many classes as possible and stuff. And figure out what my favorite is based on that. So generally I generally try not to pick the same class. Or if I do pick the same class, it would be a completely different subclass. Like I'll never go the same subclass twice. Because that like yes, I love unless it was like a, let's say 2-1, like I was doing 2 1-shots and like I super loved it the first time. And it's like, okay, well now I want to see again. But 9 times out of 10, I generally don't pick the same exact build or whatever in between different games, just because if you say you're doing like a certain thing a lot, it will get boring.
Keep talking. I have to let my cat out of the room.
Okay.
Unless you're talking to me, then I'll wait.
Not really. I'll keep talking.
All right. Hang on. What?
Okay. So.
Tell me why.
God, this looks like poop right now.
Here, come say hi.
Anyway.
Hi.
Let me move on to the.
This is Richard.
Hello, Richard. Hello, Dick.
Hey, don't be an asshole.
Oh, you heard me.
Hang on.
All right, anyway, I'm going to right now switch to dry brushing I'm gonna work on the direwolf, and I'm going to dry brush the fur with some brown really quick with my XV88. I think I want to do. I'm gonna do it very lightly, so anyway, what I was saying was,
sorry.
You're fine. Oh shit balls. When picking a character, doing the same thing over and over is pretty whack. But for your first time or whatever, you kind of want to pick something based on what, let's say, I don't know, like if you imagine yourself in a fantasy world, right? What would you want to be? So for example, let's say you like The Witcher like I do, and you want a monster hunter. Okay.
Witcher, hardly knew her.
You're fuck. Nice, got me. But let's say you want to do like a Witcher thing. Like there are ways to do that. So another thing to do in making a character is taking many things like that, like I just said, and do it from multiple places at once. Son of a bitch. From multiple places at once and combine them. For example, like I just said, Witcher. Okay, awesome. Nice, but jumping point. Well, there's a monster hunter thing I super like. Castlevania, Trevor Belmont, Aragorn, Ranger against orcs, and all of these things
Hang
combined.
on, I have to interrupt you. Leanna just said I would be Zamba in a fantasy world. First off, back off. Second off, keep going, Eddie.
Okay, anyway, so that's how my character, Tharinar Straw campaign, that was like the brainchild. I was like, oh, I want to do a monster hunter thing again, because I did it once before, but it's like, okay, I want to do it in a different way. And pretty much I was like, oh, I want to take inspirations from multiple monster hunting or like ranger stuff, and I kind of made it into one thing. So like one thing you can do is, top of my head here, wizard. All right. Oh, I super love Dumbledore, Harry Potter, fucking, I don't know, Gandalf, like that archetype of wizards. And you can, let's say you take multiple ideas from those different things and combine them to one character. That is something that a lot of people do to get what they want to figure out, like what I want to do. Or like, let's say you've oh, I want to play an evilish character, like, or a character who like brings zombies back from the grave, stuff like that. That would be really easy to pull off. All you gotta do is be like a necromancer from the wizard subclass.
So really quick, only because this is based off of what you just said.
Yes.
Your brother said if you can make a build that's based off of the characters that Eddie is talking about, if you want inspiration for a character, there's a YouTube channel called Tulok the Barbarian that makes
Yes,
builds based on characters and media,
yes,
which is
that is
cool.
a
But is that he?
yeah.
Is he the one that found like how to make Sonic the Hedgehog and get
Oh, I
like
bet
300 feet of movement in one
I
round?
bet you $1 million it was.
Stupid. That's so
Um,
stupid. What a dumb thing to do. First off.
yeah. If there, yeah.
Made
So
a
there's
character that
certain.
can run really fast. On my round of combat, I'm gonna run around the whole castle and then come back and then super punch. Actually, as I said that, I was like, that would be so sick. In 6 seconds, you run 300 feet. Ugh. I hated it up until I said that. Whatever. Breachy said, I've thought about that, and there are ideas that I like, but don't want to waste them on a one-off to never play it again. You can always play whatever you want again. Zamba, my character I was talking about before, Zamba Nala. I was gonna do a one-time show up on Band of Badgers, so I made this character, and I fell in love with it. And ever since then, I've played him in 2 other one-shots that have been live streamed. And I've made him an NPC in my games. Like the characters in the Thursday game just met him 2 weeks ago. He sold them fireworks, sky blasters.
Yeah, that was awesome.
You can always, it's fake. It's all fake bullshit, and you can always make it work. You can bring things around, and if you don't like it, you can tweak it to make it different. One of my other characters, Pelix. One of my favorite characters, beloved heart. He's a sweetheart. Little Pelix pale skin. He's adorable. But
Oh yeah, I've seen him a lot.
In one of our one shots for Midlevel Crisis, I created his brother, his twin brother. He didn't have it before that one shot because I wanted to play Pelix, but play a different subclass, to play a different type of wizard. So that way I could try a different thing, but I wanted to have Pelix exist in our campaign world, so I did.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said before, like when we played Strahd for the first time and Anthony, my brother, ran it, I played a monster hunter guy because whatever, but he could turn into a werewolf because I wanted to do a werewolf versus vampire thing. And that was super fun. I loved it up to a point, like midway, like more than midway through. I think like 75% through, I changed my class because the Blood Hunter class got a little boring. But I realized after the fact I changed, it was like, oh wait, I get all this stuff after the fact that I didn't know. It was my own ignorance that pretty much made that happen. But I played as a monster hunter turned to a werewolf, and then later on, I was like, I want to do the monster hunter thing again. But this time around, I don't want to do the werewolf thing. And there was another way to go about it. So, and it was the character's son, which is fucking awesome. And I super love it. So there are like multiple ways to get to the final destination of what you want. So before I was saying like, oh, I do generally do something different most of the time. You don't have to do that. You can just do the same character over and over and over, who just like, and canonically in your head, you could be like, oh, this character went on this adventure and this adventure, even though they're completely separate worlds, you can still find a way to bridge that gap in your own headcanon. Because who cares?
I'm
your own bullshit.
Funny enough, the character that we're playing, and I might say something that might be a spoiler, I'm going to try to avoid it, but the character that I'm playing right now for the Strahd game is a character that I played for a campaign that Terry had run for us before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I liked him so much and his dynamic, but I wanted to change his backstory a little bit to fit what he is now. And because I wanted to play him as like a different class, so I changed a little bit of details about him, but it's the same person, it's the same everything, but things are different.
I played an alchemist one shot that Terry made, that we were playing with Damien, and I now like love the alchemist. I cannot wait to play it again because the alchemist is cool.
Anthony just said I have characters be in the same group called the Black Parade.
Oh yeah. That was really cool. So Anthony made, just to elaborate
really quick, before you elaborate, it's a very cool concept, 100%. And Anthony, I very badly want to bring it into the campaign, but I think Terry might relentlessly make fun of it because it's My Chemical Romance related.
Why is he not like Chemical Romance?
I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to like, I'll test the waters first, and if he doesn't give a shit or doesn't even realize that it's a Black Parade, My Chemical Romance thing, I will 100% work with you to try to figure out what that means, what that is, because the Black Parade is a very cool name for a D&D sort of group. Continue.
Anyway,
elaborate what this means.
Okay, so when our campaign where we played with Luther, Anthony, his character just died, and he.
Oh no!
Yeah, I know, very tragic. And so Anthony was making a new character, and he was playing with ideas, and he came up with this character. And pretty much what happened was we go into the mountain, and we were like, not freezing to death, but it was cold, and we stumble upon this skeleton in the ice, and it's like, oh man! And what happened was he like the skeleton came to life, and he started this stupid fucking voice, and he just goes, I'm just trying to replicate it. And he goes, oh.
Oh, so it was just Anthony playing a character?
Yeah, and so it was so dumb. But the backstory of that character was he came from this group like from 1,000 years ago called the Black Parade, which are these demon hunters. And if you listen to the song Black Parade by My Chemical Romance, it goes like how you face your demons, and what was it? And pretty much like this, the backstory of that character is the song Black Parade. It was like pretty much the character when he was a kid. His dad brought him out to like see what the Black Parade was, and they fought against the demons and they were called a group called the Marching Band. And like his dad was like, oh, this is what the Black Parade is. We fight demons. Eventually, you're going to join us, blah, blah, blah. And eventually that's what happened. And then Anthony's character had a special power where like he cannot die, and he became a skeleton boy. And it was really cool. And the Black Parade is a sick song. Like, and having a character, their entire backstory be a song is brilliant. I super love it. And especially since the campaign we were doing was based on JoJo's, and stands are based on songs, and that was his stand's name. And so Anthony came up with the idea of, okay, now every single character I make are part of the Black Parade, and like each one of them is doing a separate thing. I have a character like in the Terry's one shot that we played, where I played an alchemist. He's part of the Black Parade too. And Anthony's had an idea where it's like each one tries to not only like pretty much each one like is a different sect of like doing something different. So like the one with Lucas Patient, because it's based on, it's a reference to My Chemical Romance, doesn't matter. He has a ring on or something like that. I just remember how it went. His part was he tries to cheat death. Like, or he is the embodiment of all the other ones trying to cheat death in some way, and he's the one that fights demons. And then my character was Isaac Flamel, who was an alchemist. He wanted to find the Philosopher's Stone so that he can become immortal, because each one of them like either wants to beat death or beat demons or something in that range. And then he had a ring, and his ring was on his middle finger, because when he snapped his finger, the flame comes out of his middle finger, because like doesn't matter. And like each one like had a stand kind of, or like their ability is named after My Chemical Romance song, except for Isaac, my character, his would be called My Chemical Romance because he's an alchemist, which is sick. But like I'm super into that idea, like in general, like each character that Anthony makes or whatever is part of this like group that tries to conquer death. Fucking awesome. And like you can like bridge the gap between like multiple characters of yours like that in like really special ways, and it's dope as hell. Anyway, I'm going back to this mini now. I got
as you were explaining the Black Parade and what it does, all I kept thinking was like, you guys are literally about to fight demons.
Yeah, so I guess it's funny. Anthony was actually talking to me about it, and he was like, "Oh, I want Bingo Bobbin to be the founder of the Black Parade.
Oh, that sucks. I hate everything you just said.
Hold on.
Bingo Bobbin, the founder of the Black
That's
Parade.
why it's funny as fuck.
Kill me now. Ugh. Oh no. Well, my internet's doing stuff. If you can hear me, Eddie, and we don't get disconnected, I hope we don't. If we do, we'll be right back.
Okay. Anyway, saying that the bingo motivation founder is if Bars died, he'd be like, oh, I want to avenge my friend Bars and like bring back to life or some shit. So it was like super into the idea. What the Oh, hold on. What was that? Why did my thing be weird?
All right, you just unfroze. I was getting very nervous that my internet was going to drop and the stream was going to end.
Yeah, that was weird. All right, back to business.
You have to say everything you just said because it was coming through glitchy.
Oh, I was saying that Anthony wanted Bingo Bobbin to be the founder because it was based off Bars's death. If Bars had died and Bingo lived, so that way he'd become like
he'd have a reason. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like he would have been Bars's living legacy and shit. It was gonna be so sick. But then I lived and I was like, oh, okay. Right now I'm putting some non-oil on the body of the orc, so that way like the clothes look not like poop. Anyway.
I'm gonna text Terry right now and ask him, hey, how do you feel about also PS, I don't care if you agree with this or not, but was talking about this a few weeks ago. My Chemical Romance is basically our generation's Queen.
100%, I agree with that. They're kind of like the best band ever. Like,
well, okay.
Yeah, I said it.
Have you ever heard of Johnny Booth? I don't know why I said that. Scott left hours ago.
That's funny. I actually have heard of Johnny Booth, and they're pretty good, but they're like, it's like heavy metal, and I'm like not a heavy metal fan like at all. But I like some of his stuff.
Ugh, he left to go watch the Mudvayne set. You lived and called us all bitches.
Who?
Did he call you bitches? I don't think he called you bitches.
You might have said later bitches. I can see that.
Oh, what was the quip that you said when you woke up? Or when you got unpetrified?
Oh my god, that was
I'm
so
in hell.
funny. Yeah. I was like, oh no, I'm in hell. And then everyone was like yelling at me, and I was like, haha, got him. And I fucking felt unconscious. That was so good. That's like one of my favorite moments ever.
Peak comedy.
Yeah.
What was it? Oh, I was texting Terry. I was just reading the fact that Scott. Terry. I'm trying to manifest Terry because didn't that happen last time we did the paint thing? I kept on mentioning people and they just showed up on the stream.
Yeah, you did. That is what happened. That's true. Yeah. Can confirm. God damn it.
All right. There it is. Out in the ether. Do you like MCR? He's going to say, no, they're disgusting. Everything they stand for sucks.
What a
shit-ass band.
What a poor taste Terry has.
I don't like My Chemical Romance. I don't hate them.
Let me
clarify. I don't hate them.
Bad. You're bad.
I definitely like their first CD. I think it's their first. I don't know anything about My Chemical Romance, but like, Helena and no, their EP.
Helena.
Their EP before what is 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge? Is that the name of the CD?
Dude, you think I would know that?
Yes, you just said that they're best band ever. You don't even know their album titles.
Dude, you know I don't listen to albums, and I don't know that. I'm not a fucking band nerd.
You're the worst. My Chemical Romance album titles. They had an album before 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. I was right, and it was called "I Brought You My Bullets."
Yeah, that song "Teenagers" that they made.
They have a song called Cubicles on that CD. It is so sick. One of the best, dude. I don't think I'm allowed to play it on Twitch because I think we'll get banned, but
what?
iBuyDirect was
why?
Okay, I'm not gonna mess with it. Because I mean, not banned, but like they'll flag it and take the audio down.
Oh,
Gary was singing a Gerard Way song a few sessions ago. I feel like he's a fan. I thought you said. Never mind. I won't say what I thought you said.
he's a
I
fan?
think he's a
Oh
fan.
no, I thought it
That's
was a
an album.
person.
Cubicles. The beginning guitar riff is so sick. Right off topic, but the Blaster piece, the album by Bear Ghost is really bad, really rad. Is that
I
the
say,
is that the one that you've been talking about for the past month, Anthony?
yes, the Necromancer song.
Won't get banned, but the playback gets muted. Yeah, that's what I thought. So anyway, where are we? We're doing Null Oil. We got the
Yeah,
wolf. We got
now I'm doing on the
all of
wolf.
our
Yeah,
colors.
I'm trying to make the brown on the wolf a little bit more subtle.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like mud or poopy.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, Anthony's been obsessed with that.
Yeah, he loves that song.
I'll link it. What's the name of that song that you sent me?
Necromancer dancing.
Okay, well that's a bad name, but
You're a bad name.
yeah, come at me. Necromancer dancing. It sucks. I hate saying that. That was bad. Was that a Seinfeld thing? 1 week ago, Seinfeld on Netflix. What's that mean? The series just coming? Whatever. So I'm gonna link this song. No, I'm not.
Put this down for a minute.
I'm gonna mute.
God damn, I should have came with this with a better plan. It's all right.
Pause. Mute. Share. Paste. So Anthony's got poor taste in music.
No. I like some of it. It's okay.
He comes at me with this track that I just linked in the chat. And I listened to it regretfully and hesitantly, but I listened to it and it was not that bad. I was kind of into it.
I actually like that song a lot.
But ever since then, it's the only thing he talks about. That and whatever his newest class build is that he came up with. But there, you can go.
Wait.
If you don't give a shit about the stream, go listen to that song. It's pretty cool. Or listen to it afterwards. I don't care. Do whatever you want.
Hold on.
Live your own life. Be your own person.
That reminds me. Okay, so it is like that. That reminds me that I actually just finished listening to a audiobook of Dice and Men, because I know Anthony Booch boy. He recommended it, and I listened to the whole thing.
How long was it?
11 hours, I think.
11 hours. That's it.
I mean, that's it. Yeah, that's it. He says.
Anthony, I've never felt so blasted in my life. Poor boy. Anthony, I appreciate you and I love you, and I'm sorry you always get the shit end of the stick, but it's all in love. I apologize. Yeah. I apologize if it upsets you or offends you. I never mean to. It's just
I do.
It's like when it's like the trope of the if he's picking on you, that means he likes you. If he's hitting you, that means he likes you. Like if I'm berating you, that means I like you.
That means me love Anthony. You're practically in love with him.
like straight rapid fire blasting off like a rocket in the stratus. What are you talking about? Butch said I recommended a book of Dice and Men. Was that Butch?
Yeah, I think so. Somebody recommended it to it.
I don't remember. I know we talked about the Adventure Zone. We talked about Acquisitions Incorporated. We talked about I don't remember. Oh, got a blast. Got a sky blast.
But yeah, I read that book all the way through. And it's pretty good for the most part. I have some qualms with it.
Wait, you took time out of your busy Dragon magazine schedule to listen to an audiobook?
Well, yeah, as I do that when I paint. Idiot.
Nice. Got me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I listened to the whole thing, and here's my qualms with it. Okay, here, you ready? You ready? This is my qualms.
I will in a second. How come you're giving this orc knee pads?
Because he has knee pads. They're
Okay.
made. His knee pads are made of skulls, so I'm putting
Oh, really?
skull. Yeah, but this paint is thick. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to thin it down, and it keeps on being thick.
Ooh, I'm tired. All right. What are the qualms with Of Dice and Men? And
Okay,
be nice because we might get them to sponsor us one day.
all right. Anyway, throughout the
How
book,
shitty are they?
it's really good. This is hold on. Let me get there. So throughout the book, um, when he talks about certain things, he cuts to this like thing about like a campaign. So like for example, he'll talk about like the history of Gary Gygax, and he'll talk about like this one part where like he had a falling out with a friend, and then it'll cut to a part where it's a character in a campaign like narrating the plot of that campaign, like what's going on. And like the plot in the beginning is about this guy. It's like this campaign where they're in like the future, and like zombies or some shit like took over. No, vampires, I think, took over Los Angeles, and they had to like get it back or some shit. And like they mentioned this character named Ganubi that's in their party a lot. And a lot of times it's actually relevant and it works. And other times I want to rip my fucking hair out. And it's just like, can we just go back to talk about Gary Gygax? So that's my qualms, my only qualm with it. It's pretty good, other than the fact that they go back to that more often than I liked.
So you mean it's kind of like us that do a painting stream and then we start talking about our campaigns?
No, because it's not a character narrating it.
Okay, that makes sense. A couple things here. As you were talking, I just saw on my IGN news update that there's a Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl coming out
What?
in this fall for PS5, PS4, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PC. It's Super Smash Bros. But
What?
it's Super Smash Brothers for Nickelodeon characters. So you can be the Mutant Ninja Turtles, Leonardo and April O'Neil, SpongeBob and Patrick.
Yeah, it's SpongeBob in there. That's
You can
fucking
1v1 with April versus Nigel Thornberry. Cat Dog versus the Loud House's Lucy Loud. Let's see. The Toast Guy, Sandy's on here. Danny Phantom.
But yeah,
This
that
is
makes sense.
so dope. Invader Zim's on here.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. So sick. You can play as Danny Phantom. Yeah, dude. Booch said, whoa, is that a cuss? You saw a Red Bull now. So I forgot about the Red Bull thing. I forgot about the Red Bull thing. Also,
level up.
no, we're not definitely not leveling up.
I'm going to bars right now.
No.
Excuse
definitely
me.
not leveling up.
Excuse me, hold on. Busy leveling up.
If you level Boris up, he's gonna die this week.
Worth it.
But I forgot about the cuss thing, and I think I've said shit like 30 times since then. I just like the word shit. It's very abrasive, and it does a thing with my mouth.
Going to level 20.
Man, if you put him to level 20, you wait and you see what happens in these caverns that you're in right now. Not caverns.
What are we doing?
Like catacombs or hallways. What are we doing?
I don't
Painting.
remember. No, I mean that. Never mind. Okay. So far, okay. Recovering. The non-oil saved it. It's all good.
Okay.
Damn it. It's okay. There's still time. This is really hard.
It looks really good. You just held it up. Here, hold it up one more time, but hold it up in such a way where, like, tilt it backwards a little bit.
Like this?
Yep, now turn it sideways.
This way?
All the way sideways.
This way? Oh, no. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
No.
Like this way?
Yeah, like sideways.
Like this way?
No, like...
This way?
Like the head of the orc towards your paints.
Got it.
And then sideways.
This way.
Yes. Now move it up a little bit. And move yep. Now move your... let's see, you're holding your left index finger. Move it out of the way. Now move it down a little bit. All right, now right there. So holding it like that, the red from your keyboard makes some cool little accents. Is there anything on the orc's body that you can add some little dark red accents to?
I can. I will get there when I get there.
You don't
Actually,
have
no,
to, but
no, no.
I
Actually,
think it's gonna be cool.
you give me an idea.
Very
Yeah,
dark, not too bright, because it's gonna bring it out too much.
I got it. I'm gonna use heavy red. I almost thought the fucking word. Like, look at this. The word heavy is kind of like, there it goes. It's like obscured. I swear to God, I thought it said horny red, and I was like, what?
Yeah, just like that. What was that? Dragon Play toy bin.
Bad dragon.
Bad dragon. Dragon Play toy bin sucked for me to visualize. By the way.
Pretty cool. Some people like to fuck dragons.
Yeah, and also, we're gonna move on. How
You
dark
can
is
fight
this
a dragon, or
be?
you can fight. Huh?
If it's gonna be too bright, it's gonna pull all the attention away directly to the red. I shouldn't have given you this idea. You should have just kept going with it.
Shut up.
All right. Well,
This is gonna work.
sorry, everybody. I just ruined Eddie's piece.
Shut up. I got this. Don't be a coward.
So while he's ruining this,
Oh my God.
Any other questions? Let's talk about life. How has everyone been these past week? It's been a month since we painted. We've been we skipped last week, not last week, but the week before, because Eddie was doing some bullshit, and I wanted a night off, so we took the night off. But how's everyone been? How you guys been living? I see Anthony and Leanna and Eddie every week, so I don't care about them. But Booch, how are you?
Okay.
What do we give you? Also, do we give you an answer to the character that you want to play for your one shot? Because I think we answered very fast and said a lot of cool shit about bad shit, or bad shit about cool things. I don't know. But if you have any questions you'd like to ask, we can have some more discussion.
Look at that. The belt's red.
Yeah, one little stripe of red on a whole brown piece.
Shut the fuck up.
You're gonna need to add more red to it now.
You got it.
You've done it. You blew it.
You blew it. Oh my God.
Fun stuff, dude. I went to a magic shop today and bought a book about black magic today.
Who did?
Your brother.
No, he didn't.
Fun stuff, dude. I went to a magic shop today and bought a book about black magic today.
AJ's friends are Wiccans.
Oh, we've discussed this.
Yes, and Anthony's slowly getting converted. He's like talking about how he's like looking into the cult, and I make fun of him. And it's like, oh, you're gonna cast spells soon. So if I'm not here next week, it's because Anthony cursed me. And
if he's really trying to embody the character of Bingo, then I'll allow it.
That is what he's doing. But fuck him. He's becoming a witch.
He's well, I think it's a warlock, right? Which I think ultimately makes it cooler.
No, he's a witch. Burn him. He must suffer.
All right. Bree answered my question from last night. We're getting session overview and character guidelines tomorrow, so more text. That's fine. Text me whenever you need to. Whenever you want.
And I made his belt red too, see?
All right. That looks a little bit better. You've balanced it out. You've surprised me.
Yes.
I think the red adds a little bit of flavor to it.
Yes. It's red with blood.
Yes, Leanna, that's what I just said. The term would be warlock. We're correct. Leanna and I are right, and you're wrong, Edward.
Doesn't matter.
Warlock is ultimately cooler than witch.
Burn him at the stake.
And you're wrong. And I support Anthony in whatever he wants to do, even if that does mean he wants to become a fake fantasy bullshit in real life.
That's Ryan. That's not okay. You gotta accept people's religion and Wiccan and stuff. I
do, but I'm also allowed to say it's fake fantasy bullshit. No, honestly, if okay, so let's pull the curtain back and let's take a look at the warlock behind the screen. Hang on, I bought it because I plan on making a book with D&D spells in it, and I want to add stuff to make it an authentic. That's basically what Terry did. So as long as he's doing it for not as long as he's doing, but if he's doing it to be like Terry, then cool.
Witch.
Why you're such an asshole. So he said Um, the idea of getting into the occult and getting into warlock culture and wizard culture, or not wizard culture,
Wizard culture,
witchcraft and wizardry, and becoming, according to Urban Dictionary, a Wiccan is a wannabe witch. I think that was right. I think that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
It's like Wiccan is like Wiccan is like, oh, I bought all these tarot cards for my TikTok stream. While I was doing it, fell into a giant rabbit hole, and now I know a ton of stuff about the occult. That, AKA, he went and had a girls' slumber party with AJ and her friends.
He's going to hell.
Anyways, I would, truthfully, being honest, would love to learn about all that shit. I think it'd be really, really sick. I would never, ever in my life say I'm a Wiccan or a warlock or a witch or anything like that. I would just be like, it would be a thing that I wouldn't tell anybody. Like I could be doing it right now and I would never tell you.
Yeah, I would make fun of you.
I think I wouldn't care at all. Especially if I told you, I'd expect it, because it's the same thing as being like, yo, I've been playing World of Warcraft and I've been playing EverQuest and all these RPGs, and I'm in a bunch of different online AIM chat rooms, and I play this character Niano, and he's got this huge sword just like Cloud Strife does.
And soon I'm gonna cast a spell and make people love me.
Guess what? I just told you my life. That was exactly what I did growing up. My character's name was Niano, and I was in AIM chat rooms, and I was role-playing as him and all these things. That was my first role-playing experience. And then I became an adult and realized, oh, this is Dungeons and Dragons. And then I realized I can never play Dungeons and Dragons because of the stigma around it, and it's so nerdy and it's so awful. And then I started playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I've embraced it fully. Now, if I were to say, oh, I'm going to become a warlock, I'm going to become a witch, I'm going to get into the occult, and I'm going to get tarot cards, I'm going to read you your fortune in real life, I'm going to go off the friggin' walls with it. There's a stigma to it in my brain now. But guess what? Doesn't change the fact that I would still do I would do the shit out of that. I would learn everything about it because I think it's so sick.
And
so I did say fake fantasy bullshit, but yo, into it, really into it. That's like,
how dare you be tolerant?
That is one thing that I will die on this hill for the cause, but I don't know if I'd follow through and do it myself. Let's look at the chat.
Which?
I was looking into D&D Beyond, and I didn't see any of those subclasses. So before I finish reading this statement, you have to buy them. When you have the base subscription for D&D Beyond, you get the base stuff from it. If Bree is going to make a campaign for you and have you add your characters, you will be able to open up all the options that she gives you access to. Point of order. So if you're only seeing the base stuff, that's because you just have the free subscription. Sorry about it.
Yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
I had
so long that.
Yeah, so just playing around in the character creator, and it goes from race to class, and then into choosing proficiency and abilities. That's what it's going to do regardless. Especially if you're playing level 1. So you're not going to get an option to pick your subclass, your archetype, your druid circle, whatever it is. If it's level 1, you're just going to be like, pick a class, your race, your proficiencies, your stats, and your equipment, and then you're going to go right into it. But you're going to have the basic versions of everything and the base models of D&D Beyond's skeleton. Unless you buy them, like I did. And then, or if you have people that are like Bree, that's gonna run a game. If she invites you to a campaign, she'll give you access to it. We'll be able to see more and see what we're talking about.
Right, I forgot all about that. I should say I did.
Did you make the werewolf's eyes red? Or
yeah,
never ever call it direwolf. I don't know why.
Because you're dumb. Yes, I did.
Are red eyes the only things you know how to do?
No, I definitely wasn't gonna make the orc's eyes red either.
Why would the orc's eyes be red?
Because orc's eyes can be red. Don't judge me. Oh, my goblin's eyes were red. I like red eyes. They're cool as hell.
Do whatever you want. It's your mini.
Don't judge me.
Boot. This reminds me, actually. Booch asked a question like 10 minutes into our stream and asked if these were being used in our campaigns, and I forgot to answer that.
What's that?
He asked if these minis are being used in the Tuesday or Thursday games.
Oh, the minis? Oh.
Eddie only plays in my Thursday game, but I think he uses the minis for like his own purposes. If they play their Sunday game or if they play something on a Saturday or whatever. But I've told Eddie on more than one occasion I would definitely use these things in our game if it ever came to it. I just don't know what he has or what. The only ones I do know are the ones you've painted here.
Right.
This mini, by the way, is coming out really sick, just so you know.
Okay, good. Yeah, I wish if I had a little more time, I could make it a little bit better. But anyway, so I got lost train of thought.
I mean, you can always touch it up after the stream. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect in one shot.
True.
Do you want to take a break at any point?
Only if I have to wait for them to dry. Anyway, sorry. I plan on using this miniature when I run a Lord of the Rings campaign with my friends. I want to use this as an orc.
As the Urukai?
No, as an orc. Well, I guess Urukai too. The thing is, Urukai don't in the setting of that campaign. It's 20 years after The Hobbit, I think, and Urukai don't start being a thing until Lord of the Rings. Because they're bred after Saruman by Saruman.
How many years after The Hobbit is Lord of the Rings?
There's a gap between 60 years between the two. That's why you can do the Adventures of Middle Earth, those like sessions in that like span. That's why it's like right in that sweet spot. You can like do so much with it.
But what happens if you run this game and then you have an apocalypse event that destroys Mount Doom?
What the fuck? That wouldn't happen. What? Why would that happen?
Why not? It's D&D. It's all fantasy fake bullshit.
Because, well, one, if I was dumb and I wanted to do that, I could just be like, oh, it's just not canon, as none of it is. But that wouldn't happen because it's a smaller scale. Like I said, I wouldn't let them become level 20 because then that would not happen. Like,
that was the other thing. Level 20, PS, everything past like level 10 is so hard to run.
Yeah, exactly.
This is going to be such a wild transition, but I wanted to mention this way earlier when we were talking about leveling up. The way D&D works, and I think we've said this on the stream before, but the way it works is you have tiers of play. Let me pull it up so I can actually get these numbers right. D&D tiers of play. So, first levels are levels 1 through 4, and they are local heroes. So that is basically just in the town, your village, maybe nearby villages. Levels 5 through 10 are heroes of the realm.
Yeah.
This is not right. This is...
All right. Anyway, right now I'm gonna show you a neat little trick. Ready? Here we go.
You do that while I find the actual one of these.
Okay. Oh my God, Ryan! I just remembered a joke Anthony said the other day. It was
I don't want to hear it on stream.
I do not trust. I'm not gonna say it.
Do not trust either of you.
Pretty terrible. I'm not gonna say it on stream. I'll tell you when the stream's over. It's really funny, but it's terrible. Anyway, I'm going to mix. Ready? Watch this. Watch this, gang. I'm gonna mix this tree and screen. Ready? Watch this. It'll blow your minds. Watch this. Ready? Oh wait, this is very liquidy.
Oh, these are the right ones.
I'm gonna take this Warboss screen. Let me actually see, because this is a little too bright for my gullet.
I'm gonna
mix them.
Okay.
Let me see if I mix them up. No, it's fine. All right, I'm gonna mix them, but you didn't have. I didn't do that. That was kind of pointless. And I'm gonna take this flump pink. Ready? Flump pink. I'm gonna. This is actually. I think this is actually a better angle than I've been doing this entire time. Believe it or not, Ryan.
I mean, yeah.
And I'm gonna. Ready? Watch this. I'm gonna mix it in. Ready? I'm gonna mix them together. I'm gonna make a pinkish green. Watch this. Bam! Look at that. Very. I actually. Fuck. Okay. No. This is perfect. And I'm mixing it together. Look at that. What? Wipe. And now I got a really. It looks like this green. It's almost like pukey green. Actually, I think it's a lot of paint on this one. Let me lower that. Let me get some of this paint off here.
Speaking of pukey green, let's play Neverwinter after this.
I gotta re-download it. I was actually gonna re-download it the day after you were talking about it. No, I just completely forgot about it, honestly.
Yo, Booch, do you still have your PlayStation and everything? Let's play Neverwinter. It's a D&D game.
It is like D&D. And also, it's nothing like D&D.
We'll get Eddie back in. We'll get Anthony back in.
But only we start back at level 0, level 1, and
we have bards now.
Climb. I know. I wouldn't make a bard though. Maybe.
Okay.
No.
Whatever. I'd have to level a bard up, so I'm gonna have to make a bard.
Well, you can have a bard all you goddamn please. I'm not gonna.
It's a free to play game, with what is it called? Microtransactions. You can buy the good shit. Keep going. What are you doing with this puke green? What are we doing with it?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to take this puke green. Ready? Watch this. Ready? About to blow your fucking minds away. All right, I'm gonna go. Ready? I'm gonna take this. Actually, I can hold it like this now, and I'm gonna take this. Right. Wow, this is now a bad angle. I love this angle until now. I'm gonna take this. Yeah. Ready? I'm gonna go over the skin. I'm going to highlight it. Ready? Watch this. So I'm gonna take this cheek area right here. Ready? I'm gonna blotch it just a little bit. Oh no.
That is such a big glob of paint.
wait. No. Let's try that again. I'm gonna this paintbrush is big. Okay,
I would dry brush the hell out of that.
Dry brush? No.
Yeah, you're gonna have a huge when anybody uses any sort of makeup on their face to do highlights, they don't just get a glob of paint and
okay, well, it wasn't supposed to be a glob, you bitch. That was an accident. Okay, now we're trying that again. Take 2.
I do like this angle, by the way. If we can get your lighting situation better, this could work.
Watch this. Bam.
Oh, that makes you look awful.
I do. Yeah. Sacrifice must be made for the sake of comedy. All right.
Oh my god, I'm tired.
And I'm gonna go over what I did right with the dark green, and I'm gonna brighten it up with this lighter green. Oh no. Oh god.
So Terry finally responded. He said, "Not one of my favorites, but I do like them."
Hold on, let me just give me a second here. I need to actually get really up close and personal with this guy right now. It's gonna look bad if I don't.
When I was a young boy. Eddie needs a ring light. Yo, Eddie needs a ring light.
Where the fuck is ring light?
You're the worst. You need extreme makeover stream edition. You need what's his name? Ty Cobbs? You need Ty Cobbs. No, that's the Ty Cobbs, he's a baseball player. Right? Yeah, he's a baseball player. What's Ty?
Oh no.
Extreme House.
All right, and now watch this.
Extreme House guy.
Okay, and now that I butchered his face, I'm going to go back and I'm going to put no on top of that, and I'm going to do it again.
Where is Ty from Extreme Makeover Home Edition?
Watch this. Ready?
Ty Pennington. Hang on, I'm trying to figure out what the real reason we don't hear from Ty Pennington anymore.
Oh god.
He looks terrible.
Oh no.
Oh, we got a DUI.
What's that
Ty
mean?
Pennington was on was helping out families on national television, he was also on a path of self-destruction. On May 5th, 2007, Pennington was arrested for driving under the influence in LA, as reported by People magazine. His blood alcohol was 0.14%, well over the legal limit.
What a
He
fucking
apologized for his actions, saying, "I made an error in judgment.
I made an error in judgment.
I could have jeopardized the lives of others, and I'm grateful there was no accident or harm done to anyone. This was my wake-up call."
Yeah, exactly. Don't drink and drive.
He also has ADHD.
Don't respect. No respect if you go drink and drive. Don't care.
He hosted a failed revolution, and you got 86. Food Network didn't take off.
Don't know what you're saying.
Walk patio furniture. Community outreach. This is now a Ty Pennington stream.
I don't even know who that is. Sincerely. Did he make music or something? But you can like literally say anything. I'll probably believe it. Son of a bitch.
He's got a book.
What do you write?
I don't know. What is it?
How to not drink and drive?
Really excellent. Those handsome features. Ty Pennington. I blew a 0.
All right, I need to.
Crognelli. I blew a 0.268 before.
What's that?
Her alcohol level 0.2.
What?
0.268.
You better be joking.
Why wouldn't they just round up to 0.27? And also, why are you blowing alcohol that
Yeah,
high?
you better not be. That's not good.
Get at me, Ty. All right, Midlevel Crisis presents the next drink off. Ty Pennington versus Leona Crognelli. 3 times the legal limit.
Do not drink and drive, Leona, you monster.
Oh, you know what, Leona? I'm not even going to ask if you were drinking and driving. Hang on. Look at the camera again one more time, Eddie.
Yeah.
Look at the camera one more time for me.
Okay, I'm looking.
Everyone drink this in, please.
Drink this in, he says. Drink this in. Nice segue. Hold on.
So.
All right, I'm doing the eyes. I'm gonna make them red, and you can't stop me.
I'm just saying, try something different.
Go fuck yourself.
Whoa! Not nice. Not nice. I leveled up just now.
I'm mid-leveled up. Mid-level crisis up.
All right, that's it, everyone. See ya. Done with this.
All right, I'm doing the eyes now. Watch out. I actually can't see a damn thing. Doing it blind.
Put your cool headset back on.
No, it's hard to see. I can't do it. I actually need to do this right here because I'm not gonna be able to do this.
Can you please play? We're gonna kill Boris, and you're gonna play an artificer next, and you're going to use that to cosplay as your character every week.
Back. Ugh. Hold on. I didn't mess up. This is the hardest part.
While you're focusing, I'm going to go back to what I was saying before about the tiers of play. So Butch found it and he typed it out. Levels 1 through 4 are local heroes. Levels 5 through 10 are heroes of the realm. 11 through 16 are masters of the realm, which doesn't matter. And then 17 through 20 are masters of the world. Basically what happens is as you level and as you do more adventures and more quests, your characters and your party becomes more well known. So you might start out as level 1 and be like, oh, I showed up to do a job board one day and I found these other people that were trying to do the same job and we went and did it together. We split the reward and we just have been hanging out ever since. And then you have to save the king from a demon invasion, and then you start the Black Parade. So now the Black Parade is becoming well known throughout the kingdom. The area that the village has started in has now you become the king's personal guards. The Black Parade is now the SEAL Team 6 of the kingdom. And then you keep leveling, and then all of a sudden, you're taking on Zariel, or you're going to stop Tiamat. Well, now you're masters of the realm, and then you start to fight against the gods or whatever, and you become masters of the world, because things that can destroy the world that your game is built on are very dangerous. And if you are the ones to stop them, you have become well known throughout the world. That's when you start to get like your legendary items.
And then you become
and
Super
stuff.
Saiyan.
Sure. You get your legendary items and stuff, but with legendary items, usually there's only one of them in existence. So if you have a legendary item, that also opens the door for villains that might want that item, that want to come and kill you and take it off your corpse. So it gets really challenging at level 15 to be like, okay, well, I can't just throw a cult at you guys now, because you should be fighting gods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's really hard what I wanted to say way before was the Tuesday game. When I first started DMing, I was just kind of like blowing through all the story beats just because I wanted to tell a cool story. And I didn't take my time, and I didn't build them up, and I didn't make them recognized. I had to personally give them a group name to start their
Oh, Black Parade, that'd be really funny.
Well, no, they're called the Wardens, but I had to like kickstart or like jumpstart their fame, because at level 14, I think, they weren't really known. Level 13, nobody knew who they were, which is a problem on my end. I messed up. I needed to fix it, so I gave them a name.
What a shitty DM.
And now, like, their stories have been circulating, because our friend Dane, who played, he had to stop playing because of his job. So his character went home, and then I said, like, oh, his character started to write letters back to one of the towns that they were in before, and told them like what happened, what they found out, who they stopped, and gave them a name, the Wardens of the world or whatever. And now they're becoming more known, and I'm trying to play catch up, and eventually they're going to be meeting with the Queen and be like, hey, so we have a lot to catch up on, and basically become like the next tier of play, far, far, far too late, as they lean into this new realm. There's this large black dragon that can plane shift, named Hyperion, and he's leading a charge of other dragons to.
Why do I feel like I've heard that name before?
Take the land back. So now is as good a time as any to have them meet the Queen and be like, hey, you need to save this continent, you need to save the world. And then beyond that, I don't know what would come next. Like, what is bigger? Like, what is, it's hard to weave a narrative at which at level 18, 19, you are the elite guards of the whole world. Who do you talk to? Who do you report to? What do you do? What is the councils you're on? What are you fighting? Why are you fighting them? When do you retire? It just gets hard. I love the Thursday game. You are the sword of Gyllenhaal, and you are properly placed in the heroes of the realm. You've saved this town. You are becoming well known in the southern country, and your story has breached the borders to the other countries. Like, you are known throughout this continent so far.
I'm putting some skeletal bone on the
Hell yeah
spikes on this wolf, and keep going.
And where I have this Thursday game is like the perfect spot. It's like the sweet spot of storytelling, because I can now, like, you're working with Lord Jacob. You're working with you are his SEAL Team 6. You're not working for a king, but you're working for the lord of like a small town. Now other members of the southern country are getting involved. You're going to be working with them directly. That opens up more quest NPCs for the future. Like, hey, we have now like a council that we can call upon, and also the sword. if we need to, and I can open the door properly to invite in more terrifying things in the future.
Mm.
You take it back to the movies, they're kind of like the Avengers, and the issue Marvel ran into is you basically need a Thanos, now Kang type. That's like the end game. So, Booch, there's this game, a module, Curse of Strahd, which I'm sure you're aware of now at this point. Um, the way the module is written and the way every DM runs it, Strahd is 100% right there at the beginning. No secret, no spoilers. He comes in, he introduces himself to you in his demiplane. Welcome to your new home, basically. I'm Strahd. Nice
He's
to
such
meet
a
you.
prick. I hate Strahd. He's
and
a
he
bastard.
keeps showing up. He's like constantly there. But he's the boss. He's like the end game boss. And he's always like challenging you to step up the whole time.
Yeah, he always digs you around. He's a piece of shit.
But like that's very much like, yeah, 100%. Like a lot. If I could go back and start the Thursday or the Tuesday game over again, I would change so much about it. I would plant a lot of seeds sooner and have them blossom. Like the Thursday game, they started. It started with a one shot. We've discussed this a million times, but I'm gonna reiterate. Started with a one shot. It ended with them seeing their own bodies underneath their feet in a lake of ice. So they were like, "Oh my god, are we dead? Are we dead? Like, what do we do? Like, oh, we need to resolve this. We have to keep playing. I have to figure out what happened." So then I wrote a mini arc, like a mini campaign, in 3 days, and we continued that story. And then once that arc was done, I was like, okay, I need time to plan out what we're gonna do. There's gonna be a time jump. You guys are gonna move forward, and I'm going to put you properly where you need to belong in the tier of play.
Where the fuck is Flump?
We took off some time, and then when we came back, I was like, okay, here's the narrative I'm giving you. Lord Jacob has dubbed you all the Sword of Gyllenhaal, and you for the past 8 months have been doing this, whatever. I checked in with each of you, and now I'm like building up a story. And on that first session back, they were celebrating by drinking wine, and now
no fucking way, really?
Yes, like 100%. Like
that's when we did it. Oh my god!
Yes, it was the first session back. Like there was wine that was sent out from Dormer.
Oh my god, this has been planned out for a long ass time.
And if Eddie, his character's a paladin, he can use this thing called Divine Sense, and it can detect any sort of fiendish presence around. If he were to use that right on that first session back, you would have seen that the wine was tainted with demon blood. But he didn't. And for a year and a half of playing, I would be like, okay, so, you get to this tavern, they're drinking some of this wine, you're offered some wine. They're like, yeah, I'll have a glass or two. And I would take a note of how many glasses they were drinking. And then 5 weeks ago, Eddie finally unveiled, like, oh, it's tainted. Oh, shit. How many people in the whole continent have been drinking this wine? Oh, everybody for months at this point. Oh, yeah. Shit. Like, what do we do? So now it turns into not a race against time, but how do we fix what's already been done? And I think that sort of approach to D&D is a lot easier to play with because you're not having the players race through shit. They're just playing. And you're also way more involved with like, okay, well, the damage is done. What can we do to rectify it? How can we go about this? And we're taking like a political approach, which I've never done. But I like the fact that like we're all sort of involved, and the way that you guys talk about things gives me ideas to create new sort of things. And with the idea of like the Black Parade, like being a demon hunting thing, it's very cool. And if we could come up with a way to tie that in and then also be like an intradimensional sort of thing where Black Parade are also time travelers and space travelers, and all of Anthony's characters could be tied to the Gyllenhaal game. This is such a good view. You were so close to your phone that all we saw was like the top of these little magnifying glasses.
I'm trying to like, you know what? I'm trying to get in the mouth, right? I'm trying to see if I can get into the mouth. Yeah, I'm trying to get into the mouth, and I'm trying to see if I can get some white in there.
What's that mouth do?
What?
Yeah, that's what I thought. But yes, Booch, to go back to what your statement was, having a villain show up really early on and then have them build up their character and level and always having that looming threat is a very strong way to run a campaign.
Yeah, and when Anthony ran the Strahd campaign, when Strahd showed up, every single time, without fail, someone would do something stupid and they would die. So Strahd became, oh no, Strahd is here. We're all got someone's dead, and we actually became scared of Strahd, like when of him showing up. But as time went on, we got stronger, and like what happened was, people died less, and Strahd became less scary, and like the tides of battle, like the thing changed, which was awesome. It was like became this character progression thing. It's like, oh, we're dead, we're dead, we're dead, we're dead, we're dead. To hey, Strahd's scared of us now. This is amazing. Like it was so awesome. That's like one of the only, well, not the only things. Anthony did a lot of things right. I'm sorry. What I meant to say was one of the main things Anthony did right. In running Strahd.
And we started this Strahd game a few weeks ago. We only played one session.
Yeah.
But in that, Strahd showed up.
Yeah.
And it got really intense for like just a moment where like I genuinely almost attacked him. Yeah. And I think you did too, right?
Yeah. I literally had my bow ready to fire at his face.
And in character, that would have made sense for us at that exact moment.
Yes.
Out of character, I think we both knew how that was going to play out.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
And I think I let my out of character knowledge invade my in character knowledge, and I waited to see what you did. Because if you did something, I would 100% would have been like, okay, yeah, I also did, for sure.
The reason in my head for my character not attacking in the end was he fucking damn it, this face is looking weird. Looking too thick. Anyway, he pretty much, it was just like, okay, this vampire is definitely like he's a vampire hunter, and like an undead like hunter, I guess, and he just like knows like how strong an undead is when he sees it. And pretty much because he knew, because I know they mentioned Strahd like a billion times at that point, and it's just like, okay, you knew he is like the main head vampire. He's like, okay, if I fire at this guy, and the fact that he's super confident, it's like, okay, if I fire, I'm dead. So that's why I think he would not have fired. So I guess it kind of lined up with my own mentality. I don't know. Maybe that's overthinking it. I don't know. But I didn't fire at Strahd because I knew I'd be dead no matter what. And I think in my head, my character thought the same. But I'm not sure if that would be 100% true or not.
I don't know. I'm nervous about it because now I feel like we at the time didn't know Strahd, right? We didn't know him. He just showed up and he was very pleasant. But also, like, we just fought undead, so it was like we were all on guard.
Yeah.
Then we fought him off. So now we know he's a bad guy. So if he shows up to talk to us at any point, I feel like I might attack him. I feel like we might do something about it. Let's
not do that.
I know, but that's meta knowledge. If I were to be playing in the mindset of my character, as a cleric, first off, I think I would be like, okay, maybe not. I mean, I might like con him, like see how his danger level is. But if I roll like a 1 or a 2, I'm gonna attack him. I think that's just kind of how it's gonna play out.
So I hope you have a character backup because you're gonna die.
No, I know that. But I mean, that's kind of the beauty of not having meta knowledge.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to separate myself and my character in a way that will deliberately kill him. Like I can do it for the most part pretty easily, but when it's like, okay, I know my character will die if I do something that stupid, um, I'm not sure if I can go through with it realistically.
I don't know. I would die for the
This is
cause.
hard. I don't know. I love Altharion too much. I don't want him to die.
Well, if he dies, you can just play bars.
Fuck that. I
um,
would never put subject bars to that torture. You know, it's funny. I was talking about so much shit about like it's like, oh yeah, I know I do Goblin faces super well, and here I am fucking it up.
orc faces or wolf faces?
Goblin orc, same thing.
Well,
I know. Shut up. I'm trying to think. The problem is, I was thinking about before we started. I need a thinner. I need like a really thin brush, and I mean, many artists will probably say like, no, you don't. If you're good enough, you don't need it. But in the same breath, I would say I really need a thin brush right now. Like all my really thin ones are like kind of used up. You know what I mean? Like they're really like they're really like look at this, look at this. Like you see how fucked that is? It's like it's been through the
don't you
ringer.
wash your paint when you're done?
Yeah, well, I yes. I not enough apparently. I do that thing is like 2-3 years old.
My art teacher from elementary school would whoop your ass.
Yeah, I would deserve it. I'm trying to think. What if? All right, new method of attack. We're gonna do it like this. Ready?
Leona says go to Michael's. Go right
I
now.
will. No.
Go,
No.
go.
No. Fuck you.
Whoa, be nice.
Never. I'm going to dry brush this.
He also said buy brushes with GCC money, which I fully support that.
Not doing that. I'm never doing that. I would never do that.
Why?
Pam, if you're watching, I'd never do it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna strike you in the throat. I cannot even tell you how many things I bought with GCC money for D&D.
I would never do that. Not in a million years.
Oh, I get it.
You're so dumb.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that's terrible. I would never do that.
I never did that.
Yeah, I would. That's terrible. I would never do that. Stupid.
Unbelievable. I would go shopping for program, and I would show up, and Leanna would be there, and I would be like, hey, look at this thing I bought for D&D.
Nice.
This was before, I think this may have been before she even started playing, because I think, Leanna, did you start playing after working with me? Like, I think I was talking to you a little bit about it before, and then you were like, oh, I think I'm going to start playing D&D with he who shall not be named.
I actually don't even know his name.
Voldemort.
Oh, right. Voldemort, right. Cusco, the poison for Cusco.
I don't know what that means.
What? What am I friends with you?
I don't know. I know who Cusco is.
You don't. You should know my reference. They're like, gotta give Cusco the poison, and like Kronk is like going on a huge tangent about.
Oh,
the
you were
poison.
talking about. I was thinking like, you go to Fantasy Cusco.
No, you're fucking with me. Nice try. Nice fucking try. I'll never
How
fall.
how far into the Adventure Zone are you?
What? Wait, in which one? In Eversea or
Ether Sea.
See? And that's how you know I haven't watched it in a while. How many episodes are they out with? Like a billion?
Well.
Fucking 12. What? 12.
Oh, you've been listening to that of Dyson Man.
Yes, I have. God damn it. All right, this is pain.
I
All
played
right.
Rowan, my druid, when we worked together. But so no, I know that. But did you start playing after I started at Miller Hill, or were you already playing when I started working with you at Miller Hill? Because I know you didn't play when we were at Algonquin. Not including the 5 pregame episodes. Episode 8 just dropped on Thursday.
There's more. Ugh.
Are you painting his crotch?
No?
Edward, did you paint the wolf's crotch at least?
Oh, good point. No, I'm trying to get to the saddle, and I got some brown on the saddle. And I kind of want brown on the saddle. I kind of wanted to get some black on it, so that way I can get it blacks before I decide on an actual color. Son of a bitch! All right. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Watch this. Ready?
Leanna, that sounds right. I think when we were at Belltop together, I started to help you come up with the idea for a backstory.
Flesh wash. We're gonna flesh wash on the face, and we're gonna bring it down. This is what we're gonna do. Ready? Watch this shit. Watch this. Please, Lord. Just a little bit. Fuck. I'm so scared.
I just realized I don't have Roll20 open this week for background music. Background
ambiance. Ambiance. All right, and then
is that
because like no what? That question was ignorant. Let me get right in the eyes. Yes. I'm in. Fuck, I'm out. Okay, now watch this. Bang. Save the eye. Nice. And then the other. Yeah. 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 I'm in. Now I'm going to do the hand. That's how you do skin.
I don't get it.
I fucked up 100 times, and I'm slowly fixing it.
All right.
Now I'm going to do it on the hands and fuck up 100 times on purpose, and that way I can get the exact same skin tone.
Does anyone have anything they want to talk about? Any questions? If you want to share a story with us, maybe tell us about your most recent what happened at church today?
What?
I don't know. I'm just thinking. How was the baseball game that you played with your friends? What about your? Did you ever get that? Did you ever get that video game to start working?
What? Okay.
I remember seeing you reply to someone on Twitter talking about struggling with politics, world building across towns, cities, and kingdoms. Dude,
Cool, be alright. That was funny.
I don't know what a kingdom is.
What?
I don't know what a kingdom is.
What do you mean?
I know what a town is. I know what a village is. I know what a country is. I know what a city is. I know what a hovel is.
Are you fucking with me?
What a kingdom is. 100% straight up.
What?
What is a kingdom?
What do you mean? What is a kingdom? Like it's a country, but like not like a monarchy.
Right, but here's the thing. Let's use Gyllenhaal as an example.
Sure.
Let's say Gyllenhaal is a city, and let's say that there's a castle there. Is the whole southern country a kingdom, and everybody is underneath the umbrella of the kingdom?
Yes.
Is it the kingdom of Gyllenhaal, or is the kingdom called something else, and Gyllenhaal, the capital city, called something else?
The kingdom, easy. The kingdom's the whole country, and then and it's called something different from Gyllenhaal.
So the kingdom could be like the Southern Kingdom.
Yeah.
And the capital city is Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Okay. And only the people that the king rules over is part of the kingdom. So you could have a whole nother city 10 miles away that is not part of the kingdom because they don't want to be in the fold.
Yeah.
That
This is
shit is
very
confusing to me.
No, it's not. It's super simple. The hell are you talking about? Are you dumb? Is this a joke?
Would kingdoms? No, it's 100% serious. I genuinely don't know what a kingdom is. I was building my world map for my game, for the Tuesday game, because I don't have a world map for Gyllenhaal yet, because the way I've been playing that is a little bit at a time. Only add things when I need to. So when I made the regional map of the southern country, I invented all those things on the spot. None of those existed until I made the regional map. So now it makes a lot more sense. I don't have a regional map for the other countries. So when you guys want to go to the northern country, I'm going to have to make a regional map for that. And also I create a bunch of small towns and villages and places of interest and all sorts of stuff. With the other one, I before made a world map, but I made it in incarnate. And each continent had its own little incarnate map. And I didn't understand scales. I didn't get how scales work. And then I put them all together on a Photoshop file, the same exact maps from the incarnate file, and it looked like trash. So then I remade everything, and I made it one large continent with a couple islands. So one of the ones that they're on is like basically Australia, where it's its own continent and country that exists on its own. But there is like a North and South America in the middle, and then there's like the Hawaiian Islands, and basically like all of the other things like Antarctica. It's all there, and it's all attached or separated. So what I did was Brel, one of them, for example. There's a kingdom of Brel, and it was a continent at first, but now it's like the mainland. It's the mainland of Brel. Your phone doing something?
Huh? Someone's calling me. Max is calling me.
Sorry, Max.
Yeah, I'm a little busy, buddy.
You're gonna have to wait there, friendo.
Yeah.
But the
Oh my God.
the city and the kingdom of Brel.
Let me take a fucking second so I can message him on Facebook and tell him that I'm busy.
Well, if he was a good friend, he'd be here watching.
Okay.
You should say that to him. Be like, you would know that I was streaming if you were a good friend.
I'm not saying that.
Okay, so then instead of I'll wait until you're done, but your phone is doing a thing where it's not right. I'm gonna read these chat comments. Would kingdoms be made of towns like Game of Thrones kingdom?
Wait, yeah?
Yes. Also thinking Game of Thrones is a reference. It's almost like kingdoms could be seen as states within the United States. Each kingdom then has cities. Each cities have towns. I have to read that again. Kingdoms could be seen as states within the United States. Each kingdom then has cities. Cities have town. Okay. Yeah. Does that make sense to you?
Sorry, say that again.
So it would be like the kingdom of New York.
Mm-hmm.
And then the city of Albany. And then the town of East Greenbush.
Yeah, sure.
Like New York would be a kingdom, not a state, in the country of North America.
Yeah, that makes
Okay,
sense.
that does make sense. Okay, that's cool. Thank you, Booch. That was a really good explanation. You've taught me something today. I appreciate that. Because for like to go back, my map has Brel, and I like the name Brel, and I don't know why, but I liked Brel, and I wanted it to be prominent. So it was going to be the city. But the idea was it's the kingdom of Brel. So I don't know if it should be like the capital city Brel in the kingdom of whatever. Or the kingdom Brel and the capital city is something else entirely. But I have to figure that out. But your poli-sci major coming in hand. I don't know what that means.
Political science major.
Polygamy science fiction?
You got it. Yep.
I don't know anything. I dropped out of college twice.
Really, twice?
I think so, yeah. No, yeah, for sure. I definitely dropped out twice.
Crazy.
Yeah, shit happens. There are worse things. I wish I knew more about world building.
Hold on. That's why I like using. Wow, that's a lot of shit going on there. That's why I like using pre-built worlds. Kind of. Let me explain myself here, because I like the idea. If I was DMing, of playing in a certain world, for example, case in point, Lord of the Rings. I want to do a Lord of the Rings campaign because that's amazing.
Are there kingdoms in Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
I don't know Lord of the Rings very much.
Yeah, but you at least watch the movies.
Yeah, but I don't remember them. They're very long movies. It's a lot of walking.
When Aragorn got like his coronation, what do you think he was doing?
Becoming king of the humans.
King, right there. The word king.
So yeah, but you can be a king of a city.
No, you can be a mayor of a city.
See, this might be my problem.
Yeah, is that you're dumb.
Hang on. Let me look up my titles really quick that I have for my Gyllenhaal game.
Check this out. Check out this sweet angle. Yeah.
Sweet angle, nice dangle. Let's see.
Right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to get some detail work, because when I've never really taken a picture of this, I know what it's gonna look like, and I don't like what it's gonna look like. So I'm trying to get in the details here, and I'm gonna fix some things on the face.
All right, so let's see.
It's gonna be the face that's going to ruin me, because I fucked it up. I also want to fix some other stuff. Excuse me. Like, this belt is not accurate, and I want to get it more accurate.
So, Gyllenhaal's game. There, you are in the large town of Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
There is a city called Maguire to the south. The leader of the city is King Tobias Parker. So would he have a kingdom?
What does the word king mean to you?
Ruler.
It's in the goddamn name.
Yeah, I get that. But just because you're a king doesn't mean you're a king of a kingdom. You could be a king of a city. This is fake world,
you
right?
could also be a king of. You could be a king of a concept.
If you
like
are
king
a
of the king of the rats.
Have to be the leader of a kingdom. Kingdom is a piece of land that is ruled by a king or queen. Kingdom is often called a monarchy, which means that one person, usually inheriting their position by birth or marriage, is the leader or head of state. Most modern kings and queens do not control the government. Can there be a king without a kingdom? Oh, the book. Can there be a king without a kingdom? Reddit.
Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be really accurate.
That's actually, it's not Reddit. It's Quora. Quora.
It's just big old builders now.
Well, all right, ready? I'm gonna read this in the words of this internet nerd. Well, Charles II of England went into exile in the Netherlands during his English Civil War. His father, Charles I, was executed, and Parliament abolished the monarchy and established the Commonwealth in its place. However, once that part fell apart, they invited Charles II to come back and assume the throne. Parliament passed a new law saying that he really had been king all along. Britain does this a lot, kind of magic thinking in its politics. So he had been a king without a kingdom. Many Eastern European kings went into exile during the Second World War, but then
that's king by right, not that's still different. You just look king of it. It doesn't matter.
But then their countries were occupied by the Red Army, and the Soviet Union did not allow them to reestablish the monarchies after it was over. They too were kings without kingdoms, but in effect nobody recognized them, so it was meaningless. Short answer, not really, unless some stroke of good fortune allows you to return to the... Okay. Back to chat.
There's a whole thing in the Dragon. There's a whole thing in the Dragon magazine that talks about that.
Oh, really? What's that? What's the Dragon magazine? Booch said, "Consider it like Skyrim." I'm gonna stop you there. I've never played Skyrim in my life. Continue. Kings are usually over large
Also, I'm
areas,
lying. There is no Dragon magazine that talks about that, as far as I know.
but each city has a jarl.
Jarl.
Jarl? Is that a Skyrim reference?
No, well, I mean, technically, yes.
Kings are usually over large areas, but each city has a jarl. They're only over that specific.
Jarls are a thing in Skyrim, but like it's
Are they
not a
like?
Skyrim. It's like a mayor.
I'm going to ask the same question Leanna asked. Are they like a lord?
Yeah.
So technically, in the Gyllenhaal game, Maguire could be the king of the southern country, and you would be part of that kingdom as Gyllenhaal.
Who?
What?
Who?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Explain what you just said.
The Thursday game.
Yeah.
You guys are in the town of Gyllenhaal,
Yep.
ruled by Lord Jacob Douglas.
Yes.
The king of Maguire.
Okay.
If we're going off the fact that this is a kingdom, you would be in Maguire's kingdom.
Yeah. Because he owned all of it.
But he wouldn't have any. Would he have any like political stance on how Gyllenhaal is run?
That depends. Is it a parliament or is it
I don't know.
actual
I don't know
monarchy?
what that means.
What? All right. So okay, okay. You know how there's a United States. All right. Okay. You know how there is the president of the United States, and you know how there is democracy. Okay.
Yeah.
Now change. Okay. And there's Congress. Okay. Change the word Congress to Parliament, and then change the word president to king. Does that make sense to you? It's not exactly like what it is. It's this really dumbed down version of what it is.
I guess that makes sense. If our who's our president?
Biden.
Oh yeah, that's right. If our Lord and Savior Joe Biden is the king, and then our holy
I feel like you just knew the entire time and you're just fucking with me.
I swear on the Holy Bible with my right hand to God. I think. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
I don't know a single thing I'm talking about right now. I appreciate everyone not making fun of me for this. I don't give a shit. I started this whole thing out making fun of you. It's our love language. Gyllenhaal is part of King Tobias' kingdom. Lord Jacob oversees Gyllenhaal specifically. This is literally my one area of expertise, but it's so complicated to just type it out quickly. I think I get the gist of it. So if Joe Biden is the king, then who is our governor that we just got fired? Cuomo. So he would be like Lord Jacob.
He would be Lord Jacob. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
But we're all part of the United States kingdom.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, or a jarl, but I'm not gonna confuse you.
Ignore jarl because I think that word's confusing the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's shouldn't.
But we technically we could have. So ready? Check this out. Here's my rebuttal. Ready for this one? What was that goddamn country that was established in Washington State, or not? Was it Oregon and Portland? During the pandemic, it was Chaz, right?
What?
Chat room? Play with me here. Chaz, I think it was called. There was a country. They seceded from the United States and created a. This is the dumbest shit I've ever said in my life. They seceded from the United States for a moment of time and existed in, I believe, just outside of Portland, and they existed on their own. Did they have a king, and were they the king of just Chaz? Because they sure as shit are not the king of the United States of America.
Well, okay. Let me explain this in a way that makes sense. First of all, let's go with the assumption that the guy who is the state of the United States, let's just assume for like 5 seconds that he decide to do a monarchy. Okay? Okay, he would be the monarch. He would be the monarch of his little country, so he would be king.
Okay. But if inside of that was just one little tiny It was like a 3-block radius, and he's the king.
Yeah. He's the king of that kingdom. It's just a tiny kingdom.
So, being said, in Gyllenhaal, King Tobias could be a king of just Maguire and not actually have a full kingdom, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
It's based on a system of power. It's not based on how much really land you own. It's just that, generally speaking, a kingdom is big, not small, generally speaking.
That's all I was wondering. So, as of right now, Gyllenhaal doesn't have kingdoms. It just has kings and queens of cities, not full-blown kingdoms.
Yes, that maybe. You could say that, but that would be fucking wonky, and I would be like, what?
Okay, well then, if it's a problem, I will go back and I will change Queen, what the hell's her name?
Maggie or something?
No. Naomi. Rachel Watts. She's the queen of Naomi. I will change her title back to Lady Naomi.
Well, you can have her be queen. It's just, it makes it sound like she owns a lot of land.
She might own the whole forest. You don't know that. You didn't ask who she is or where she's from.
Who is she? Where is she from?
You have to find out in character. We'll find out next time on D&D Beyond. All right, let's see if the chat room is berating me. I think one easy fix is that you're assigning leadership roles to too few people. From king to the lowest level, there is a ton of different people with differing levels of power. Hachel is the new governor. She governs our state. And then Booch says Chop. Was that the name of that? Was that the name of that country? Booch? Was it Chop? I thought it was Chaz.
Dude, I wouldn't even know.
What country? I'm not Googling this. I'm gonna get flagged. Eddie, how much more do you have to paint? We're on hour 3, dog.
I'm almost done. Shut up. Shut your mouth.
I googled it and it's both. Oh, it's Chaz and I think they changed it. It started as Chaz and then they changed it afterwards, right? The country hop. It's C-hop. It's I-hop, but it's a country.
Chaz it up.
The Communist House of Pancakes.
What?
I don't know. How much more painting do you have left?
I'm just doing some details. Tiny details. That way I can actually make it look good.
All right. How much left do you have? How many more minutes?
You want to see?
Just looking at it, it's not going to do anything. How much more do you think you have left? So I can give the people a time frame of how much longer they have to sit here through this shit. Capitol Hill occupied protest. Chop. Thank you. That makes so much more sense.
20 hours more.
Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone was Chaz.
I actually just realized I forgot to paint the saddle. That's pretty cool. About to do that. I'm going to paint the saddle with this Xandri dust. It's a little tan.
I want to take a quick editor's note here.
Mm-hmm.
Booch, Leanna, whoever else is still here, I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out for 3 hours plus while we talk about how kingdoms are made and watch Eddie, not really watch Eddie paint because we're talking about how kingdoms are made. And most of the time we see just the back of his hand.
Shut the hell up.
Or the top of his really cool magnifying glasses.
Well, shut up. You know, oh, God damn it.
But I appreciate you guys a lot. It really does. It means a ton. Because if it was just like Eddie and I hanging out and I didn't have you guys in the chat room hanging out with us as well, I don't know what we would talk about. I feel like we would just be talking about his painting thing and we wouldn't be doing much interacting with people.
I don't think so. I think we would bring the conversation to some insane places and get really inappropriate.
Yeah, like we did on the first session where you ended up with your shirt off. That was cool. Butch said he's also watching football, which is fine. I don't expect anybody to sit here and watch this for 3 hours and be
put us in the background. 100%. Because don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Leanna said she loves me but hates Eddie.
All right.
She didn't actually. She said love you, pals.
Oh, I really thought she said that. I actually was genuinely upset. I was like, well, all right. Like,
So now I have to go back into all my notes and figure out how to change my. This helped, by the way. I appreciate everybody that helped me with information and knowledge. I still don't fully grasp the concept, but
Ow!
I think at the end of the day I'm in control, right? So I can just be like, oh, he is the king, but only owns this much land, and there is no towns and villages inside of it.
But like, why call it
Maybe
that?
Hobbiton. What was it? Not Hobbiton. Taunton. Is part of the Maguire Kingdom.
Could be.
I guess I should come up with some names. It would be the Southern Kingdom, and I think, based off of region alone, I think Lord Jacob would be king. But we're here now. I gotta look at my map.
Okay. You've watched Game of Thrones, yeah?
Yeah, I don't remember the politics of it, but I watched it.
Okay, remember that part where? Well, I guess it makes no sense. Do you remember
when the dragon showed up and melted the throne? Yeah, I remember that.
Spoilers. Anyway, do you remember in the part?
I guess spoilers. I guess that was my bad.
Well, too late now. When Robb Stark became King of the North. Do you remember that?
Is this a joke?
No.
Yeah, I remember. Yes, I remember.
I'm trying to make it so it's easier for you to understand.
Yeah.
Okay. And how much land does the King of the North own?
None.
No, not none, you stupid bitch. No, I mean he owned the North, right? And there was a big portion that he owned. It wasn't. It's not the biggest, but it's like a northern part of Westeros, right?
I'm King of the North. I'm Googling map of Westeros.
All right.
Westeros.
But like it's mostly the Stark homeland, right?
God, when I feel like an asshole for that.
For what? For spoils?
The spoiler. Especially Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you idiot.
All right.
It's all right. It's bad, so it's fine.
Yo, okay. So, P.S. The North is a ton of land. I think the North is the most land.
Okay, no, you're missing my point. All right. It's not the entire continent, right?
No.
It's just a part of the continent. It's the northern part.
It's a big part.
Okay, but like you get what I'm saying. It's not just goddamn. It's not literally just the Stark like area.
Wait a minute.
Not just the
Casterly Rock is part of House Lannister?
Are you fucking with me? I was just like, that's literally it.
I straight up don't remember anything about Game of Thrones, to be honest.
God damn it. All right, okay. But you know that it's not.
I got a full map here.
It's okay. So the what the Starks own isn't just like the Stark household. Like it's not that one building, right? That's not that one little tiny province, right?
No, hang on. I'm interrupting you in a second. What is the name of where the Iron Throne is?
King's Landing.
King's Landing?
Mm-hmm.
Where is that?
In King's Landing. Like,
not even on here. Not on this map at all.
Fuck, I'll find it.
I have to watch. I gotta watch the theme, the intro. I found King's Grave is there.
Not that.
Eddie, keep painting. I want to go to bed.
Shut up.
King's Landing is not on this map.
It's there. Just give me a minute.
Is it by Casterly Rock?
No. God.
Oh, I found it.
I'm gonna strangle you.
So Lannisport. I see. All right, I understand now. I understand how this is. So Sunspear is a city. Old Town is a city. Lannisport, King's Landing, Gulltown, Bravos, Erie, the Twins, White Harbor, Winterfell, and Castle Black. Those are all cities, correct?
Yes. There's like small provinces.
I should have looked at this map before creating my own maps because I am an idiot. I'm dumb. I'm a dumb idiot. And then you have your roads. doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, so all right, now let me go back to the other map that I was just looking at. So if King's Landing is over there,
Okay, so actually, here's the easier logic, right? Okay, the king of Westeros, right? Like he owns Westeros, like he owns like all 7 kingdoms, right?
what is House Teague?
What the fuck is House Teague?
That's my problem that I'm having.
I don't know what House Teague is. What your problem isn't what the hell House Teague is. If I were to guess, House Teague sounds like, based on just a fact that I don't know it on the top of my head, it's probably a minor house that is in a province that lies within like Westeros somewhere.
Okay, so here's the problem I'm having. I'm looking at this map that's split up by kingdoms and what owns each kingdom. I've got House Stark, House Hoare, House Aaron,
yep.
House Teague, House Lannister, House Durrandon.
Wait, spell Teague.
Teague.
Teague. All right, continue.
Tegwa. House Gardner and House Martell. House Lannister is all the way on the left.
Yes.
Next to Casterly Rock. King's Landing is all the way on the right.
Yeah.
Is King's Landing not where House Lannister is?
Okay, so King's Landing is where the king resides. The Lannisters pretty much control, in the beginning of the series, Robert Baratheon, head of House Baratheon, is in control.
Which is not on here.
Doesn't matter. It's don't worry about it. He owns not only the areas that Baratheons own, he owns all the 7 kingdoms, but fuck it. He also owns like the area of King's Landing, right? And because the Lannisters are married into House Baratheon, they control King's Landing and also all Westeros, because King's Landing is where the king resides, right? Okay. And then House Lannister is a house, right? A powerful house that owns, they're the Wardens of the West, I think, and they own that whole area, but they also primarily stay at Casterly Rock because they own that, right? So imagine it like this. Imagine if Casterly Rock is the capital, but the West is what they own, right? Logically speaking, let's say for the sake of argument, Casterly Rock seceded and they were like, okay, now we're the Kingdom of the West, right? Okay, they don't own just Casterly Rock. They wouldn't call themselves king of that, just Casterly Rock. I mean, I guess they could. It's just they wouldn't be much of a kingdom to it. It would be just they own the King of the West, right? Because they reside in Casterly Rock and own that primarily, but they own all of it. Because that would be a kingdom, right?
I don't follow. We can move on. I don't think I understand it. I don't know why the king's castle is so far away.
Oh my fucking god! I can't explain it. Okay, no, I'm done. You'll never understand.
I'm trying so hard to look.
Okay, because King's Landing wasn't originally owned by the Baratheons or the Lannisters. It was owned by the Targaryens because they owned all of Westeros. That's where they reside.
Yeah.
Okay, right? So, God damn it. So
is that the problem with Game of Thrones? Is that like what the whole thing is about? Because Cersei is now over here trying to become queen where she doesn't belong? Is that the game?
So the game is whoever owns the kingdom owns everything. Right? So
not according to these maps that I'm looking at.
Son of a bitch. Okay, all right, ready? The person, imagine this, the king lives in King's Landing, right?
Sure.
Okay, that's where the king lives.
But the
king owns.
They're from
everything.
Winterfell.
No, son of a bitch.
I'm trying to make a new scenario that I can understand. So there's let's say Jon Snow, ready? Jon Snow is king of the North.
Got it. Sure.
Then he kills Cersei,
Sure.
becomes king of King's
Westeros.
Landing.
No, of Westeros. Right? He wouldn't become king of King's Landing. That's not a thing. He would become
So
king
King's
of Westeros.
Landing is basically Washington, D.C.
Yes. There you go. You got it. Yes. King's Landing is Washington, D.C. That's where the king lives.
So why does House Lannister and King's Landing, why are they separated? And why
Because
isn't...
they own the fucking kingdom. Because they own it. Because they married into House Baratheon, who owns the kingdom, right? They own everything, and that's where they reside. Okay, but they originally did not own the whole thing. They originally only owned the west, where Castle Rock is, and they owned that whole area, right? Okay, are you following me?
Yeah, I get it. No, I follow. I get it. I understand it.
Okay, if you think of it as Washington, D.C., it makes sense. Like, that's what it is. But they wouldn't say, I'm the king of King's Landing, because that doesn't make any goddamn sense. They're the king of Westeros, the whole thing. However, theoretically, some schmuck could be like, oh, I'm the king of this small area, of this old city. Yes, you can say that and say, oh, I'm just as powerful as the king.
So what are these kingdoms? Are they, what is like the kingdom of House Lannister? Is it just kingdom of House Lannister?
Well, they don't own any king. Okay, so the way it works is there's a whole kingdom of Westeros, right?
Sure.
Okay, that's the whole kingdom.
Sure.
All right. And imagine that this whole kingdom is split up like 6 or 7 ways.
Yes.
Right? Okay, and now each house, each major house, is control of that province, the whole area, right? And all of them combined are all under one dude, and that's the king, right?
Or a woman. Or a queen.
Shut the fuck up. You know what I meant. So it goes, king, head honcho, owns all of it, right?
Sure.
Now he's got lords or vassals, right? And they're under here, right?
Sure.
And each one is in charge of a province. So like this vassal is in charge of the north, this vassal is in charge of the south, and they own that whole cut of the pie, right? They watch that pie, like that whole part of it, but they serve under the king who owns all of it. Then under those vassals, those major houses, under them is those people's lords, right? And their vassals, and they watch smaller pieces of the pie, right? And they watch this tiny part of like the north or this tiny part of whatever, and they would be lords of this small area. So Lord of Casterly Rock or whatever, right? In that context, and so on and so forth. And like under them would be the peasants, and they own jack shit.
Okay, so hang on.
That's how a monarchy works.
Westeros.
Okay.
Is a continent.
Continent, kingdom, whatever, same difference.
They're not the same difference. That's the problem I'm having. It's not North America as a kingdom.
Okay, imagine North America was a kingdom, okay? All right? Imagine if the United States was a kingdom.
No, the United States is a kingdom. Canada is a kingdom.
Okay, imagine. No, it's not. All right.
Canada is. They have a monarch, don't they?
Oh, I don't know.
They have a parliament.
Dylan? Okay. No,
God, where are our Canadians?
Parliament has nothing to do with the fucking monarchy. That's just an add-on. Because democracy. Fuck you.
North America has 3 kingdoms. Thank you, Booch. God, you're so ignorant.
Fuck you. All right.
Westeros. Westeros is a continent. Sure. But it's also the kingdom.
Westeros is the country that resides in the continent. But I think it's also, it's so big enough that it encompasses the whole continent.
Westeros and Easteros, I think, are 2 continents.
There is no fucking Easteros.
Or Essos. Sorry, Essos
yeah.
and Westeros.
Yeah, they're 2 different continents, but I think in Westeros is like the country / kingdom, but like whatever. But it's been a long time for me, so I'm not 100% certain on that. Imagine Westeros as the kingdom and
Prime
the
Minister. Thank you, Leanna. She pays more attention to our Canadian friends than we do.
I don't give a fuck.
So Westeros.
Yes. All right.
Is a what country?
Kingdom,
it
country,
is a kingdom.
Same thing. A kingdom and a country are the same thing. Imagine they're the same thing. Kingdom is a form of government.
I keep meaning to say the word continent. Continent.
Okay.
Westeros is a continent.
Let me see. Let me look. Imagine it's not. It's the kingdom, but like, I think it's also so big that it's also the continent. Let me check.
Booch, Leanna, what is the continent
I'm looking it up.
Of Westeros? Is it
Okay,
Westeros?
Westeros is the continent.
Okay, so what is the kingdom called?
I was gonna say Westeros because it probably is, but like, because Westeros is so big that it is both. It's just imagine if the kingdom is the seven kingdoms or whatever.
That's what I'm trying to get to. There are seven kingdoms. So if you have the king
Okay, the seven
of
kingdoms.
King's Landing
Okay,
is the king of all seven kingdoms?
it's the realm that controls southern Westeros.
Okay, so what I was trying to say before was, let's go back to my thought process, right? So
Okay.
we have Jon Snow, king of the North.
Sure, he becomes king of the North.
He
Why not?
becomes king after killing Cersei Lannister, stabs her in the throat.
Sure, and he,
So
and
now
he controls
he now
all
controls
Westeros.
all of Westeros.
the whole southern part of the continent. Yeah.
Now, what is it called in the North? What is that called?
The North.
Okay, so who controls that though? House Stark?
Hearths. Okay, are we talking about beyond the wall, or are we talking about
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So let's go back to where
using Westeros was a mistake.
Casterly Rock.
Okay, Casterly Rock
is controlled by House Lannister.
It's controlled by House Lannister.
It is its own kingdom, correct?
Not Casterly Rock.
Not Casterly Rock, but it's in its own kingdom.
It's in its own
controlled by House Lannister.
Yes, its own providence.
What is that called?
A providence. It's a big.
But what's it called? What's it called? I want the name of it. Is what I'm. The overall goal I'm trying to get to is what is the name that House Lannister has given to their providence of Westeros?
It's the Land of the West or some shit. Oh no, I think
we have manifested a Canadian. Dylan, what is wrong with Canada?
House Lannister, right? Son of a bitch.
I am getting fired up. We have forgotten about paint entirely. We have forgotten about party.
Yeah,
we are now
I'm done,
angrily thrashing about why Canada is a kingdom in the realm of North America.
Okay, well, don't. Okay. That province, that area is called the Westerlands, and they are the lords of paramount of the Westerlands, the wardens of the West, the Westerlands.
That's all that I needed to know. So, based off of that, there could be a king of Oscar nominee. Nope, let's go back to our game.
Oscar nominee.
Of Oscar nominee, there could be one king of Oscar nominee.
Of the whole country, yeah, sure.
And then it could be split into four kingdoms: the Southern Kingdom, the West, East, North, and each of those could have parliaments.
If that's a council, yes.
So there could be Gyllenhaal, Maguire, and Hathaway could be part of the same triangle parliament.
Yeah. So it could be imagine it like this. Don't use the word parliament because parliament is imagine a council. It's more like that kind of thing. It's not. They can have their own parliament, sure, but imagine like this. Imagine the whole king Oscar nominee.
I can't not even look at our Twitch chat right now.
okay, hold on. There's the whole kingdom, right? And
I wait for stupid Dylan to just call back.
Ready? Okay.
Put us in charge of the Midlevel Crisis paint stream. They said.
Shut up!
It's 9:30.
Shut up! Let me just get there.
Go.
Okay, all right. And you say they're separated into four different little tiny areas, right?
The continent is separated into four. Northeast, west, south.
The king owns the whole continent because the kingdom is that big. Sure, fuck it. And then there's four different slices of the pie, right? And each one is owned by a lord, right?
Sure.
Okay. Are you following me? Each
sure.
one's owned by a lord, and the lord owns that whole little slice.
But they wouldn't be kings or queens.
They would not be kings or queens. However, if you wanted to be funky, you could say, hey, this is the king of this area, but they're not the king of the continent. They just have it's just a fucking title for no reason. They're not the true king of that entire continent. If you wanted to be fucking calling them kings and queens anyway, you could theoretically do that, but they're not they're more like the lords not the king.
Eddie, are you done painting?
I've been done for like 20 minutes. Like, you want to see it?
Sorry, everybody. Let's go back to Eddie's painting.
Oh wait. Oh shit.
I'm sweating through all layers of clothing.
Oh, hold on. I got to shred. I want to do it. Hold on, really quick. I want to do the flag. Final touch. Ready?
I guess we're not done painting. This whole time you've been berating me. You could have been painting.
Shut up. Hold on. Hold on. Ready? Because I want to do the flag. Ready? Watch this. Bang. Watch this. Oh no.
It's too thick. You always go on too thick.
I do. It's an accident. Okay.
Was that a stick figure tree?
Yeah, you got it.
What is it?
It was just a random. It was a random symbol.
Okay.
No, actually, it was supposed to resemble a hand a little bit, but I was like, I want to be poorly as fuck drawn, and then thank God I'm not good at freehand.
It's like That's like a 5-leaf clover.
Got it. It's a poorly drawn hand.
All right,
but it's poorly drawn on
purpose. Let's try to zoom in. Let's try to zoom in a little bit on your miniature. Let's see what we've done. Let's close this shit up. I'm done with this.
Wait, let me just give me like 2 seconds. Let me just.
Oh my god. So we're gonna have to discuss this. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna take my map that I've made.
Oh no.
Of Oscar Nominate and open it up in Paint Shop, and I'll open it. I'll even go to Photoshop. I'll go as far as Photoshop, and I'll do some transparent border colors, and I'm gonna do it with you on Zoom after this, and you're gonna explain this in much further detail. We should restream after this and do Mid-Level After Dark.
Oh my god.
Where we continue this discussion of what a kingdom is and why I don't understand.
We totally should.
Mid-Level After Dark is a good thing.
No.
No? Okay.
No, it's not a good thing, but let's do it.
All right. Canada has a prime minister. I would say the continent contains both Westeros and Easteros. Kingdoms was Westeros. Made of 7 kingdoms. See, that was the problem I was having. We can't do this again. But that was the problem I was having. I thought the kingdom was Westeros, but it's made up of 7 kingdoms. That doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, I'll explain it to you. Okay, in the context of Game of Thrones, the reason why it's called
painting! Finish the painting! I want to go to bed!
Look! Okay, look. There you go. Look, there it is. There it is. There's the boy.
You can't even see it on the Twitch.
You can't? Let me get closer. Okay,
is
that better?
Oh, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We're going to post pictures of it.
Maybe. Let's see how the
king is over the whole country. Use whatever term you want, but then have a governor over each of the 4 areas, and they are the highest level in that specific area.
Yeah. Okay,
that's what I got. I figured that out.
Yeah. The reason why it's called the 7 kingdoms is because they originally were their own kingdoms. They weren't all one thing of Westeros to begin with. Some guy, Aegon the Conqueror, conquered each kingdom and combined them into one kingdom, his own kingdom. So it's called the 7 kingdoms because he conquered each kingdom.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a context of Westeros. That's why it's called that. If we went by the logic of they're all still kingdoms, they would be called kings of each one, but they're not kings anymore because they lost their kingship to Aegon. That's why they're not called kings of the North, king of the West. They're called the Lord of the North. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean?
So when they made Jon Snow king of the North, that was basically like they were a big FU to. Okay.
Yes, they were seceding.
I should rewatch Game of Thrones now that I understand what kingdoms are.
Did you watch all Game of Thrones?
Kingdoms of Thrones. It's more like it. Kingdoms of Thrones is more like it.
Did you watch all Game of Thrones just not knowing what the fuck was going on? You're just
Dylan,
like, Dylan, what's that mean?
Yo, Dylan goes, I just started watching Game of Thrones. This is just spoiler central for me. I'm so glad he came in after like the biggest spoiler I've ever said in my life.
Jon Snow's not king of the North. He is dead.
I know. He's dead after he's sexed up Cersei.
We're saying that Jon is the king of the North. Yep. Jon is king of the North for an example, and not because he actually is king of North.
Yeah, it's all examples.
Yeah, these are hypotheticals.
Oh my god. I'm going to have to put a spoiler warning tag on our YouTube upload.
To be fair, half of the shit we said were not actually what
Oh
happens
yeah,
in Game of Thrones.
you're gonna have to really understand what Game of Thrones is to really figure out
ready?
what we made up and what
Dylan,
wasn't.
Dylan, ready? Ready? Listen to this. Ready? Watch this.
Can't wait.
Let's play a game. Ready? Really quick. Ready? Listen to this, Dylan. I'm gonna give you 2 truths, 1 lie. Ready? 2 of these. I'm sorry, 2 of these. 1 of these is a huge spoiler, and 2 of these aren't. You gotta figure out which one's the spoiler. Ready? Ready? Okay. Listen to this. Arya kills the Night King. Ready? Ready? Bran becomes the king of all the of Westeros. Bran becomes king of Westeros. And I'm trying to think of something fucking crazy. And Jon Snow kills Daenerys. Which one of those is a spoiler and which one is not? Good luck with that, fucker.
That's it, everybody. I really appreciate everyone that's still here and hanging out for some unbelievably god-awful reason. I seriously wish we could upload our YouTube videos in reverse. Because I feel like we end on such a strong energy and we start like, hey, guess what we're going to screw up this week? But then we get to this point where like I'm screaming into the microphone because of how unbelievably fed up with this bullshit I am. I'll text you D&D questions. You can absolutely text me questions about how to separate the levels of powers in your game. All right, Booch, I'm gonna get you, Booch.
Oh my god!
We're gonna hang up this stupid stream and end it. We're gonna get Booch in here on this call, and we're gonna figure out how. I hate everything. We're done. I'm done with this. Okay. I can't do this for a minute longer.
Oh my god.
Thank you for coming to hang out. I really appreciate everyone that's still here for some reason. Unbeknownst to me, but I really do appreciate you. We try to do this shit every other weekend, as well as play our D&D game the opposite weekends. And it's a lot of fun, I think. And it's great because we have our Canadian friends and family now that we get to hang out with every weekend, and I get to see Eddie every single Thursday, and our friend Dane who moved away. It's been awesome to be able to keep bringing everyone back and playing and doing stuff, and I'm glad that you guys are able to be a part of it as well. But just to close it out, go check out the Initiative Order, go check out Band of Badgers, go give them a follow. Join their communities on Discord. Check them out on Twitch. They're awesome. They really are. Session 0, I got some stuff coming out that I'm really excited about in the next week. We'll say next, I think it's not this coming Tuesday, but next Tuesday. Or next Monday. Oh boy. Next Monday, I got some stuff that I'm going to be sharing, and I'm going to be posting until then. So go give me a follow on Instagram and Twitter, Session 0 Clothing on Instagram and S0 Clothing on Twitter. And in the meantime, also give Cantina 13 a follow on Instagram and Twitter. I believe they changed it to Cantina 13, or I think it's Cantina XIII, because we have finally, after over a year and a few months, started to put some steps towards a collaboration design that we've been working on for far too long. And we're going to have that coming out in October, I believe, unless Dylan changes his mind last minute or something else happens so we can't do it for another year. Who knows? But thank you for everything. Edward, is there anything that you want to say? Anything you want to close out with?
Ryan doesn't understand how politics works.
Sure don't.
At all.
Nope.
I can't believe it. He just went and watched Game of Thrones. He just didn't like. He's like, I like their shiny shorts.
I like their what? Their baggy shorts?
No, shiny swords. I was trying to say it. I was trying to say it like really.
I like their baggy shorts.
I like their baggy shorts. No, thanks for showing up here, everyone, and dealing with our nonsense. Thankfully, I got this to actually look kind of decent, and hopefully, I can make some pictures when I get the thing. When I get this call up. But yeah, I really appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out, and listening to us argue about stupid shit as I try to paint something somewhat decent. Join us next week in something. Who knows what?
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing next week. Dylan's here. So Dylan, are we going to be doing a one shot next week, or are we going to be chatting with? We're going to have Dave. We're going to have Dave from Band of Badgers next Sunday.
Well, so we should ask Dave what he wants to do.
Yeah, no matter what, join us next week to hang out with Dave and get some more insight on what they do.
Yeah.
I feel like I had one more thing to say, and I don't know what it is. Join our Discord channel. I'll link it in the Twitch Discord. Check us out on YouTube. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Go. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Let's take this conversation to Discord, and you guys can tell me all about kingdoms and stuff, and teach me how to create a campaign world for D&D 5e after 4 years of being a DM. Let's teach me how to do it the right way the first time. Other than that, thank you guys, and we'll see you next Sunday with Dave from Band of Badgers. Adios.
Bye.